Okay, sorry. I was trying to. Hi, Erica. I was trying to mess with my title. It kept telling me it was too long, so I was having to use critical thinking skills and hurry up and shorten it. Um, so I am. I was catching up real quick before I came on to see what was going on. There is no real updates that I see, but in case you guys missed it, I wanted to show you this morning. We were talking about this last night, the traffic shift. So this is the sheriff's department. JLR is live as usual. But this is the big traffic shift that he was talking about and that Brian Enton was talking about too. And here comes the sheriff's department to do that. So I figured you guys could watch with me. But come on in. Hit the thumbs up. Say hi. We're going to be monitoring this case kind of in the background today. I've got a couple of things I wanted to show you. And then I have got an episode. I have a crime cast that I have been doing. And so the stuff I want to show you, I am going to put on the claw cam that is charging right now. And then I'm going to mute that, do some nails, and I'm going to play on the Crimecast episodes. It is about the real murder that the movie Jeepers Creepers was kind of loosely based off of, and it happened in Michigan. And it's pretty freaky, but it's a good one. So in a little bit, we'll have a little Saturday afternoon matinee.
Hey, thank you guys.
Take our brains off of this.
You too. Thank you.
So,
yeah. Trisha Deal. Shout out to Trisha Deal.
Sheriff's Department rolling in.
Nice. Thank you.
And they are turning Nancy Guthrie Street into a one-way street only. So traffic will only be able to go the way that you see the sheriff's vehicle pointing right now. And they're going to put all these blockades up. And the press is going to have to park in that one little area, stay behind the cones. So hopefully that'll help with some of the craziness that's been going on there. Oh yeah, let me do this really quick. Oh, I love hearing this bird chirping. Do this. I'm gonna put this is the link to his full live stream and his channel. He's been letting all of us little people stream and share him out and watch with him, and it's been kind of nice over here because we've got a smaller chat, and so I can't keep up in some of those bigger chats. I have ADHD, and it just gets the best of me in there, but everyone's welcome to come and discuss this. All viewpoints welcome.
Convoy of trucks. Colonels, they are doing traffic control in the street to maintain a flow of traffic by the media will be able to, media and spectators, whoever will be able to park on one side of the street, but it will only be a one-way street. They're turning this into a one-way street.
Hey, good work, bro.
Hey, thank you.
I've been following.
What's your name?
Aaron.
Aaron, thank you.
Probably the youngest one following you, but I follow you
Thank you, Aaron.
every morning
You live around here?
down the street.
See all this? What's your thoughts?
I know I was coming in from that way. They're blocking off the street now. read the sign down the street that you don't want me to around.
Yeah, or they're controlling where they park.
Yeah.
Thanks for watching.
Yeah. You're doing a great job.
Thank you. Be safe.
And so hopefully this will make it a little safer, a little less crazy. They'll have to keep all their stuff on one side of the street. I mean, and they really have been. I haven't seen
The cones.
anything too crazy, except for the people trying to get up and down the road when there's only one lane, basically. Now, we heard that next week they want to get it was said, and I don't know who said it, but they want to get the YouTubers out of there. But
Lots of orange cones.
if you have a press pass, you can stay. They can't, unless you're breaking the law or trespassing,
Hey, good
they
morning.
can't legally kick you out.
Getty Images.
First
Gotta get
Amendment.
the great best photos
Freedom of
between you
speech,
guys and
freedom of
Reuters.
press.
NAP, man.
AP. Shout out to the AP. Getty.
How long
It's
you
not
have
always
for?
convenient, but
Into next week,
Next week.
at least. Subject to change. You?
I'm not sure.
and I don't know if you heard, but he said he is going to be staying into next week, subject to change.
You can walk up.
Oh, you can? So what?
It's just for they're gonna make one-way driving.
Yeah, I know.
But walking is
God.
Sorry, I was wrestling through nail polish. They seem to get this done relatively quickly.
I don't know. They said this is going to be until further notice. So there's no, I don't know. Just until it's needed, not needed.
Yeah, so there's no more press out there, and
Canvassing the neighborhood today. You know where? Have you seen any beds?
that's the thing. As much of a pain in the tail as this is, a lot of the neighbors have said, if you guys go home, if the press goes home, then maybe the FBI is still going to be.
Can you please discuss the possible reasons other than what Ellie's saying for the barrier? Seems something might be about to happen.
But
Personally, I do think the residents have been complaining to their homeowners, HOA, about this, about the streets, because when the media is on one side of the street and people are parked on one side and then people are passing through, cars are clashing. So I think they're creating a one-way. So only you can go down one way. I would think that the one way would be probably from that way down one way. So media will park, so it would only be a one-way street. So then you avoid the cars. Plus, they feel maybe the media is not going away and no one's going away, and more people might descend onto the area, and they have to maintain a flow of traffic here. I mean, to do this now when the media is kind of going away, I don't know. I just think a lot of neighbors have been complaining about the traffic in their area. I've heard that fire trucks, fire truck was concerned if there's a fire, they won't be able to get through properly.
yeah, that's a valid worry. The garbage truck was trying to get through the other day, and it was, people were walking out in front of it, and other cars trying to come the other way. And hello, Nadia. Hola.
Cough.
It's all that fresh air gets you coughing. And after this, I haven't seen it yet, but I got a text telling me that I guess Jake for Justice, and her group sent a I think a bouquet of either a flower arrangement or something like that to the scene, and
Well, those Zuzu
a
trucks.
cool girl. But they sent that out there from her followers, so I wanted to see, just being nosy. I want to see what she got, what they got them. I think it was yellow flowers, and so I'm sure it'll be beautiful. But I thought that was sweet of them to do. Last night when we were watching, you zoomed in on the flowers, and they are so pretty. It must smell so good right there, all the roses.
Here comes the trucks.
Although I don't think yellow roses have a
See what's
rose.
going on here.
But yeah, so it's going to be all the media and everything is going to park on the right, and the left is going to be for the one-way traffic.
It's Quail Construction. It says Quail Construction. Serving Arizona since 1999.
Oh, for the flowers? Okay. I will. I just wanted to see this. I was kind of zipping through before I came on to see if there's any, big updates. And I saw this and I remembered they were talking about
We'll work our way down here.
Yeah, day 21.
Sheriff is.
Yeah,
Quail Construction.
that's
Yes.
that's rough. I just hope that they are, every 11 I'd watched something last night and he said they really have no hard leads, they have no nothing, and I don't know. I don't understand that. I don't understand that. These people seem so like they made so many kind of dumb mistakes. And you broke it. See, this is why we can't have nice things. They be throwing everything everywhere. Oh, that's coming out of your chest. I've never seen road blockers like that. Well, as close as they were, I wonder if they did something like special for
Thank you,
others,
Shadow.
that, something big. And
Thank you, Shadow. Thank you for your coverage, your kindness, and the support for Nancy. What a thoughtful gesture dinner was last night. Thank you. Shadowy 1978. 1978. 1978. Thank you.
I am.
All right.
We're
We're going to be in front of Nancy's home here in the next 5 minutes on this.
Yeah, they're dividing the road. So on one side of those blockades is where the press has to stay behind, and on the other side is where vehicles are allowed to travel, but they're changing the road to be a one-way road, so people can only go in the one way and out. I think they have to.
Start for the back end?
With this road, they have to they're going to have to take a left on that intersection
Barriers up.
that he was just at, I believe is what they have to do, so that traffic can go through and there won't be any more, head-on collisions. Well, there haven't been any. I mean, there's been a couple close calls, and the bus trying to get through and everything like that. That's going to be a pain for that bus driver. She probably has her route completely mapped out.
What?
And they've got the 3, garbage, recycling, and yard waste trucks that come through, like, well, each once a week. Yeah, we are, that's what we're going to have our first Mother's Day without my mom. And so I'm going to make her favorite Mother's Day meal and dessert. And we're going to try and just remember happy stuff. But, at least with us, like, we have closure. We know where Anna is and what's going on with her. And I know a lot of people are like, they're kind of, just because of all the games that seem to be being played, some people are kind of losing empathy. And I get it. But there's still somebody who's missing. Maybe the fact that it's Mother's Day, maybe if someone does have her, then that will pull on the heartstrings. Well, they're still in front of the house, I guess. Yeah, okay, so that's her house right there. What's up, Easy? I don't know if you saw this yet. They're putting up the roadblocks down in front of Nancy Guthrie's house. This was earlier in the live. Oh, it looks so beautiful out there. I am so ready for this kind of weather. I mean, that's one thing. Like, even if there's nothing going on, like when he's doing these live streams, like I am just like enamored by watching just like the weather and some of the scenery. I mean, it's so beautiful. Oh, I don't know. Let me go peek.
Quail Construction. It's the name of the construction company. This is in coordination with the Pima County Sheriff's Office.
why there's like a
Okay, I got name. Murky says I got names for first 3 cones in corner. Jonathan Lee Riches. There's Jonathan. There's Lee Riches. The first 3 cones. It's funny. That's funny, Murky. Name the cone.
I think it's private searchers.
Oh,
He was just saying something about
oh, look, here's the signs. Road work ahead.
it's a group of people that are coming out to search, but something about getting some
Road
pushback.
close ahead.
Let me see. Let's. How long can you watch roadblocks, right?
Life. He just lived in Colorado for like 4 years. When that happened, he bounced.
Oh, you did?
Yeah, he bounced.
So why do you think the feds didn't get him though?
He's never been tested. Ever. He's never even been.
There's our buddy, so we're gonna check up with him. When is Mother's Day? May? What's next? St. Patty's Day. We'll click on my channel and go to the horizontal. There's 2 streams going.
Were you the one to watch the feed?
In fact, let me see.
Yeah. What is your name? Raquel Navarro. Can you spell for me, please? Raquel. R-A-Q-Q. U-E-L. Okay, Navarro. Navarro. N-A-V-A-R-R. Raquel, tell me why you're out here.
Let me see.
Spanish?
In English, yeah.
I know speak very well, so I try. Because my brother lives in the US here in March 21. And I'm looking in Mexico for 2 years, last years. And I was in Marcos, and I was a lot of people in Mexico, in Texas, Sonora.
Hi, Lynn.
Celia Patricia Flores es la líder de Mothers Social.
There's the link to the horizontal stream.
La family, a lady, called to Ceci and for one flyer in Mexico, online Facebook, the page de Madres Buscadoras de Sonora, because it's very wide the page for searching more people in Mexico, USA, and it's out of world.
What do you think of this case? It's so strange.
I need looking first in the house, move everything. In the I said I talking with Lupita, Hello. The first is looking in the house, move. I don't know, maybe another floor down in the street. Pero the prima contra the sheriff say no move, no touch, no nothing because it's FBI is no evidence, but it's too much days. It's too much. Maybe in the house, I don't know, but I need more in the refrigerations, in waters, in I don't know say in English.
A basement?
In the water. But I need to search.
Does it hurt you, or do you feel a connection because you're missing your brother too?
It's different because the lady is old lady is different. My brother missing in front with me, my mother and my daughter in Mexico. And all day, too much people looking when too much people. But here is different. I don't know why the police say no for looking and search in the house or near to the house. I don't know what is the problem. It's too much days and this old lady with medicine,
Sorry, I was muted. You
rain,
couldn't hear her.
it's too much problem.
Yeah, no updates.
Because there were reports that maybe she's in Mexico.
Yes, but I'm looking in the notebook yesterday last night, but I for looking more information. No, because the family no say
I think what it is because this group right here is a private group that came out to search. He was talking about what do you call it? He was talking about them getting permission because we were talking the other night about like why aren't there search groups out there? And Mel was saying something about them needing permission so that they can kind of control where these search groups are and stuff like that. So if I'm missing people in the chat, I'm sorry. I'm like I'm going between tabs and stuff like that. So it is nothing personal. But I think it's these people that are going out. That's probably who you saw searching in the sewer. Because this is kind of what she's saying. Is she's surprised that they haven't searched certain things yet. And
no only
I think because it's really hard.
Yes.
It's really
The
hard.
police no. The family say no Mexico. First here it's like but now I need very more quickly. It's too much. The time is ready. I need I don't know. The permit is for right now for looking the house. Pero the sheriff say no more. It's like only in the streets.
Are you surprised that you don't see more sheriffs or people out looking?
Yes, it's in Mexico too much people looking or searching. In here no.
Oh wow.
Why?
Man, I'm gonna have to get up then.
Why? I'm right now. Another lady and it's okay enter or pero the sheriff the permit say no permit for looking. First they check the area. And right now. Okay, thank you.
Thank you. And Merry Christmas.
I know.
Thank you for stopping.
It's just so.
All right, let's head back around the corner. So I guess she said her own brother is missing. And they came up from Mexico to search. And here's one over here looking around. But they're denied. I don't know if they asked to go on the property, they need a permit, or wanted to go somewhere and they said they needed a permit. But I don't think it's illegal to walk around the street.
Oh, I didn't know that he did.
And walk around.
Wow. That's a good question. I mean, granted, it could be because he started getting harassed, when all this started.
Continuous coverage outside Nancy Guthrie's home. There's also a search plan.
It's weird.
For tomorrow.
Her brother. Her brother's missing. Yeah. I wonder when how long her brother's missing. But yeah, this is what he was talking about. They need a permit to go certain places, certain areas. Search. Let me find. Maybe we'll see it here. They just saw up ahead. Hey, Tuck Girl.
Heavy stick. Heavy stick.
That's definitely on my list. Yeah, easy, definitely. And I'm not trying to be, hateful to
Names
somebody.
not
But
found. Now volunteers are coming out trying to find Nancy.
I mean, literally at this point, this is what it's going to take, is having just people searching.
It's a link that won't let me paste about pacemakers. How long can one go without blood thinners? I was thinking because of blood found, I got worried. And 8680 says it's a link that won't let me paste about pacemakers and how long one can go without blood thinners. I was thinking because of blood found, it got me worried.
I think it would depend on the person. And now one thing is, if she is somewhere and she's just sitting and things like that, that's
Thank you for the
horrible
comment.
plots. And oh yeah, Elisa Lamb, yeah, that was so sad. There's another one that happened right around that same time. And I don't know if they've ever found her, actually. She had been living out of her van. This girl, she was like in her 20s. They believe that she probably, that age and like the age of like Elisa Lamb and things like that, that college age. A lot of times that's when mental health issues like schizophrenia and things like that start to rear their heads. And this girl, she had gone off to college, and all of a sudden her family quit hearing from her, and they ended up somehow getting a tip, finding her van was parked out in front of this hotel. She was nowhere to be found.
Wait.
And
Hold on.
oh, this is her searching.
She's searching a tunnel. Searching inside a tunnel.
The last camera footage they have of her is her walking out of the front of this hotel, like taking a left and walking over, like towards, I think it was like a bridge or something like that. That's the last they've ever seen or heard from her. Well, that's it. Yeah.
Wow, the reception's really bad here.
That's that thumbnail of Mel's. This is where he got it from. They're searching in that looks like the sewer drain that goes under the road right there. So this is the answer to your what up with Mel's thumbnail. This is what up with Mel's thumbnail. But yeah, so this is the private search group. And I heard two things last night about the helicopter going over the landfill. First, I heard that it was a private helicopter, and that they didn't know what it was doing. And then second, I heard that it was a private helicopter and that it was doing a land survey over the landfill. Yeah. There's a whole lot that should have been done day one. Part of me wonders, did they just not take them seriously? Because remember how many times Savannah kept
Oh, sorry.
reiterating, and everybody that talked to that when they reported about this kept
Huh?
she's said to be sharp as a
I
tack.
do.
She's got her wits about her. She's sharp as a tack.
Thank you, Lena.
So were they trying to convince them this? Maybe they were just treating it
Thank you.
as
Thank you, Lena.
someone wandering off,
By that car.
and they don't want to admit
Yeah,
that
like,
because that's embarrassing, you know.
Okay. Thank you.
And this sheriff's all about looks. I mean, obviously, instead of doing pressers where you can do a presser and you can answer no questions. How many times have we seen that done with cases? You can come out and just say, "This is what we've got. Thank you. Have a good day." But no, he's doing this like press tour, picking and choosing who he tells his stories to, and that's sketchy to me. That's sketchy to me. Me and Easy, we're spoiled by our sheriff. We've got an awesome sheriff.
All right. Going back towards the perimeter.
He's also not hard to look at. So, but no, he's involved
This
in
was
everything.
done by the sheriff.
There would have been no
Reality
way
show ratings.
a citizen in our county would have had something like this happen to them.
comment.
He wouldn't have been there every single day
Bama Mom.
trying to figure out what was
This
going
done
on
by the
or
sheriff. Reality show ratings.
updating people. And I truly believe during all the riots, the Rittenhouse riot, he was the absolute, well, other than the people of Flint, which people talk really cruddy about a lot, but there are some really good people in that city still.
Black
And
gloves.
he single-handedly stopped our city turning into what some of the other cities did. I mean, some of the cities were burning. And he went out and he talked with people and he walked with people and he had sit downs with people and he calmed people down. I think that was the biggest thing with all that. People just wanted to feel heard. I think that's why a lot of things happen in the. Yeah, we saw that last night. But is it the glove? Is it one of the 16? I mean, that still bugs me that like all these searchers and stuff were just taking when they said it's from searchers, just taking off gloves, throwing them in the wilderness, you know. Oh, somebody have a dead battery?
No. Yes, the Reuters beat it dead. Oh, okay.
Oh, again? I get talking. I need to watch American Horror Story. Am I there yet? Am I there yet?
No. Yes, the Reuters DJ did. Oh, okay.
Oh, you guys said that. It's first get
Got a comment. Bama mom. This was done by the sheriff. Reality show ratings.
Let's see.
I'm gonna head back down to ground zero here.
White Bucket Man, where are you?
Wait. They're going here. Hold on. She's searching a tunnel. Searching inside a tunnel. Tunnel pipe. Wow, the reception's really bad here.
Is this what you're talking about? Oh, watch out. But, like, with the gloves, like, okay, so does that mean, is that a clue? Or does that mean that place was already searched? You know, like,
Search the drainage
look
pipe.
at, they're literally wearing black gloves to search. Like, they have those in other colors. Like, I think that since black gloves are what
Sorry.
are a point of interest, that maybe we need to start ordering some purple and some blue.
I do.
Pink, yellow.
Thank you, Lena. Okay. Thank you. Buy that car.
I even
Yeah,
had
what?
rainbow ones one time.
Okay. Thank you.
I don't think anybody knows what's going on. Well, and that's it. Like, and it's not private searchers. This was either FBI or Sheriff's Department that they said were throwing gloves out and stuff. Oh, I did, though. Someone asked the other night. They were wondering about that blue LL Bean shirt that was out front.
All right.
That's where I heard about the
Going
dog.
back towards the perimeter.
That shirt reportedly, and the reason why it was out front is because they used it for dogs to get her scent and to track her, like in the first day or two.
This was done by the sheriff.
And then they just left it outside. Like,
Reality show ratings.
which may not seem like a big thing, but I kind of find that a little bit disrespectful.
Bama mom.
But
this was done by the sheriff. Reality show ratings.
that blue shirt that was sitting on the bush. But that's what it was. It was they used it to get like scent specific dogs on her scent, and then. But we haven't heard anything about that. We haven't heard. Did they find anything? Did they not? Did they? Well, and that's it too. It's like, do they know something? Do they not? Oh, see that
Hey,
that white bucket. That's for garbage. They're throwing their they're throwing their garbage in there.
black gloves.
Is that the white bucket you're talking about? Is driver still in here?
We don't know. Because they're not going to tell us, right? You know, we're going to have to find those things out later. You know what I mean?
Some online are saying that there was more than one person there to tell us on that.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah. But someone pointed out to me about the video.
I want to listen to this guy because he's always got some like I don't know him, or anything like that to know trust him or not, but he's always got some pretty interesting, colorful stuff to say. And this is the guy that came in and he was helping search and going through some areas, gave the FBI some tips. They interviewed him about possible places, the wash, things like that. Oh, excuse me. Driver, are the flowers from Jay, are they after he talks to this guy? Because what I'm gonna do is I gotta start filing this New Year's polish off with my drill. So I was gonna mute myself so I didn't blare you guys out. And start the clock cam so you can see what I'm doing. But I wanted to watch this, but I wanted to see. So it's after this, okay? Or is it after this? Well, see, that's it. There's all these like weird claims about him, and just before, okay. He's not a good guy. The sheriff. I mean, he just seems real. Second, I broke it.
Jennifer got flowers for Nancy.
Here.
Jennifer J.
Okay, tell me that wasn't perfect. Did you see that perfection? That pause perfection. I just want that noted that I just achieved pause perfection. So, just letting everybody know. Yeah, this is the one. These are from Jay.
So we're gonna go lay the flowers. Jennifer J. We'll place these flowers. Put these flowers. Let's put it down here. We'll keep it going down here.
Maybe a stupid question.
This is Jay's link. She does some really good true crime breakdowns.
Jennifer J. Oh. Wish I could put them in here. I'm gonna put them in the mix here. They can sit upright. There we go. There we go. More flowers.
Hold on. What?
More flowers.
¿Algo más que podría contarnos?
Pues sí,
Jennifer J.
Lo que más que nos interesaría es que a lo mejor
There's no vase. A lot of them don't have vases.
It's a vase, Jim.
So a lot of them don't have vases there.
Keep
They're
the
laid
plastic
out here.
factor up.
These ones are starting to get a little brown.
They're so pretty, though. Oh, that's so pretty. It's so sad that it's such a sad reason.
That's
You
J
know?
for Justice. Oh, J for Justice. Jennifer J. Jennifer J. All right, J for Justice. J for Justice. She's my friend.
So one other thing is that
Oh,
they
she
need
is.
permission to like explore more, to look at under the ground.
And I'm wondering because a couple months ago she went to Texas to do some filming for like some TV stuff. So I'm like,
el sheriff no
I can't wait to find out.
expropiaríamos la investigación de la policía.
They're talking about seeking permission. Jennifer J. That would be J for Justice. Did not know that.
I wish I paid more attention in this class. I think should be coming up on her.
Yeah, down there the reception gets a little spotty, so it probably was blurry. But
Everybody.
you could hear.
So the caller said, it doesn't know.
Hold on, what? Oh, and Nadia, you were talking about American Horror Story. There's another one that I want to watch. It's supposed to be based on that. It starts with an L. I want to say Madame Laurie, but that's not what it is. She was the like New Orleans madam, I thought. She was, I thought, like a serial killer.
So this is only one way in and one way out. Got to go one way. Jennifer J. Flowers.
Marie, yes, Marie Laveau, yes.
Hopefully the reception gets a little bit better. Oh, it's acting a little weird here.
JDS, who's JDS?
I don't know why. It's acting a little strange.
Why do you think there's no vehicles allowed?
Oracle River, where the call, the Oracle River. You drive by there?
But yeah, there's one season I think that's supposed to be about Marie Laveau.
Yeah, it's weird.
Not terrible.
Being a little.
Why there
Oh, there it goes. Gets a little better.
why they have
The more you stay still, it gets better quicker.
I have to remind myself.
The more you stay still. Okay.
Just like the
I think it was,
we don't know. Because they're not going to tell us, right? You know, we're going to have to find those things out later. You know what I mean?
Some online is saying that it was more than one person. You have any thoughts on that?
100%.
Dalen Spratt. He was from the Ghost Brothers TV show. He did
The video,
a documentary.
the suspect video. So they
About
pointed out that when he's
Marie
moving the
Laveau.
brush,
Yeah.
if that's what it's called, the brush in front of the camera, if you do it frame by frame, he slides it, and there's a light that's right here. And the light doesn't just stay there, it moves. And you almost see a picture of a phone, but it's like that fast. But whatever it is, it's an anomaly. And if that's his left hand putting the brush up, he doesn't have anywhere to do it over here.
Right.
So, And then so as after analyzing the video even
I just
more,
want to say this real quick.
No,
The-
no, please.
None of the people are here watching the World 777. They really like you, man.
that's what's up.
You're a big hit over here. You know what I'm saying?
Man, that's awesome, man. Hey,
I just want you to know that. So keep
I
doing your
appreciate
thing.
that.
Keep answering the question. Go
Yeah,
ahead.
remind me, man. You blew my mind. I'm humble.
Yeah,
Honestly.
no, I know.
Who's over here?
What was it? Where was I?
You're talking about the front door while he's using the sage or putting the sage in front of the camera.
Thank you.
There's,
So-
there's another phone in the background. You said
Right. So, and then also as I'm looking through that video,
right.
I'm going frame by frame by frame by frame.
Okay.
FBI. I mean, I shouldn't. Well, whoever Yeah. whoever released that video, it was edited. So I'm looking back, and as the guy is reaching down to grab the brush,
Yeah.
and he looks up, and he makes eye contact with somebody. The camera cuts, and then the next thing you know, he didn't even walk. He was already at the door with the brush.
It does skip.
Right.
I did look at what
Okay.
you said.
So what I'm thinking is they already know who that is. They needed to know who he was, and now they're trying to figure out who the accomplices are. I think one, maybe two. My guess.
Wow. What do you think as far as the front door, the back door being tampered with for access? Any thoughts on that?
Yeah, they're not going to tell us if there was a point where the point of entry is. They're not going to, maybe we'll find out in court if it ever does go there. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
They're not going to tell us. We saw the helicopter. They might have fixed it. I don't know. I don't know how that goes when it comes to that stuff. But
Can you tell us what was it like when you first heard about this case? What were you
Sweet.
thinking
I'll check
about?
that out. That's the one that I want to watch. Yeah.
I was
Thank
going
you.
through some tough times, so it was a good time for me.
Okay.
Yeah, I was, lost a good job, had to get back.
Yeah.
And she's everybody's grandma,
Yeah.
It's tough.
Yeah.
And her being alive this long is just, I'm realistic, I'm realistic. I took care of my grandmother for her last 5 years.
Oh man.
She was 90. She was blessed. She died at 94.
You're a good man,
Right.
Yeah. That's why you're in a good position because you do great things.
Right.
Is that the
Last
voodoo?
At the dinner, there was
Is he like a
discussion
voodoo
that-
priest?
If you want to touch on it.
Of course.
People were saying that.
Damn. Who is that?
Hey, you broke it, man.
Who is that?
She's a neighbor.
Does she live here?
She didn't even.
It's a little bit broken.
Yeah, does she live here?
Hold on.
This is where I come in. Teddy bear, but I look nuts. Don't let me go over there.
She literally
Does
hit
she
it,
live
didn't
here?
she?
Literally, just didn't
Yeah.
even slow down.
Well, that's kind of my fault. It's in the road.
No, sorry.
Nah, but she could,
Wait a minute. Did he just get hit by a
She could have hit
car?
somebody. Did she zoom around the corner and honk at
She
you?
on purpose.
No, no, yeah, she's on purpose.
She had
So-
to look
she lives here. I'll give her that on purpose.
Kind of my. She literally.
This is where I come in. Teddy bear, but I look nuts. Don't let me go over there.
She literally
Does
hit
she
it,
live
didn't
here? Literally, just didn't
Yeah.
even slow down.
saying that. Just see if you want to touch on it.
Of course.
People were saying that.
Oh,
Hey, you broke it, man.
Who is that?
She's a neighbor.
Does she live here?
She didn't even.
It's a little bit broken.
Yeah, does she live here?
Hold on.
my gosh.
This is where I come in. Teddy bear, but I look nuts. Don't let me go over there.
She literally
Does
hit
she
it,
live
didn't
here? Literally, just didn't even slow down.
she? Well, that's kind of my fault. It's in the road.
No.
Nah, but she could,
She could have hit somebody. Did she zoom around the corner and honk at you?
No, no, yeah, she's on purpose.
She
You
had
can tell.
to look
she lives
Gee.
here. I'll give her that little bit, but hey, you know what? I don't have another. I don't have that good of a tripod.
That's not the answer
broke my
either. I mean, you
tripod.
can white
Does she
turn,
really?
baby,
Well,
white
it came
turn.
off.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
good. No, I wasn't
Man,
hit.
she didn't even stop at all.
Hey.
That's ridiculous.
Is that the one
Man.
with Bill
Oh, I don't wanna
Clinton
interrupt.
at Nadia?
No, no, you're good.
So
You said we were at the.
I went to grab it and she
Comes out.
did it that fast. That's ridiculous.
Yeah, that's how fast it
That's
Um,
crazy. Okay,
I was
so
at
last
dinner.
night,
Yeah.
we were talking about. No, I'm with it.
was. I'm not. You are.
I am. Believe me, I do this. This is what I do. every
That's
day.
what's up.
They were talking about, let's say, worst case scenario, a person goes missing. We're going to take this away, Nancy. We don't want to make it morbid. If a person goes missing here, let's say they lose their life. The discussion came up last night that it would be very difficult to dispose of a body because of the terrain and all of the cactus. Can you speak on it?
Well, no, I don't think it would be difficult.
No?
No, there's a lot of cactus, but no, there's tons of land that has no cactus. I'm talking about, I've been walking. All these washes, they're not all cactus. There's rocks.
What is a wash, by the way?
A wash? It's funny you say that because at first I was saying gully and people were like,
Bill, is it Bill? There's the two Bills. There's Bill Pullman. There's the Twister Bill, and then there's the Spaceballs Bill. It was a 4-season series. It was on Netflix, but we might be talking about that. Was called The Sinner, so I think it's something different. So no, I don't think I've seen it.
it's not a gully, a wash. Okay, well, a wash. I'm 6 months to Tucson. We don't have washes in LA. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm. I didn't hear about it before I came here, but people say the homeless live in the wash.
Sometimes, but it's when the monsoons come. That's what it's for, because it just all comes at once. It's pretty awesome, man. The weather's beautiful out here. Coming from a big city, coming to here, I love it. You know,
Yeah.
I mean, of course, this is terrible, but you know what I mean. The Tucson is just not like
So
that.
you're saying there's a lot of places to dispose of things.
Oh yeah, too much out here. That's sad. That's the hard part. There's even like an abandoned mine here in the Catalina foothills. There's a lot of places that. So even what's his name? I don't say traveling anymore. Exploring with Jim, good guy. But he's been on his motorcycle. He's the one that has the camera on his, and he's been doing all these things. So today I think he was on JLR saying that he's about to go out. He was out.
Yeah, I saw him on the side of the road up here, and I honked the horn at him.
I mean, imagine this. Imagine if this is just, hypothetical. You know the signal sniffer?
Yeah.
Let's just say they have an extra one there at the sheriff's station, right?
Okay.
You put it on his bike. Can we figure out where he'll go anywhere? That motorcycle, he don't care. He's been filming it. He'll go everywhere. The golf, there's an abandoned golf course.
Yeah.
Close by here. You know what I mean? Yeah. So a lot of different places that so we don't know where. But this guy is a low-level drug dealer. Not to put him down, but he's a drug addict, and what I always say.
So you think that the feds have their eyes on somebody?
100%. You don't get a federal search warrant without probable cause. So this is February 10th. Hopefully, I'm saying the right thing. February 10th of the FBI released the suspect video. February 12th, KD was arrested.
Okay.
The 13th,
I just paused it because for some reason I was trying to type in the chat and it's not letting me type in the chat. I want to rewind this real quick and listen to what he has to say. Where's it streaming at? Can you see it on Netflix or anything like that?
hopefully I'm saying the right thing. February 10th of the FBI released the suspect video. February 12th, KD was arrested.
Okay.
The 13th, LD, Range Rover, house.
Okay.
So it's all coming together, and they didn't they only detained them because maybe they didn't find maybe what they were looking for right then, But they probably also, in my guess, is they were probably hoping that he'll lead them to his accomplice or accomplices, or to Nancy's, remain, which I doubt,
Right. Right. So here's the other thing I wanted to ask you.
Make sure you hit the like button. And subscribe, it's free.
There was another snippet you had last night that a neighbor heard a door in the middle of the night around the time.
That's the one. That's the one I'm kind of clowning the journalist, because the big media is because one of my sleuths, like we have a group of sleuths, 98% female, and me, you know what I mean? But they're good. Like, man, we put it out there, they're on it, you know what I mean? So as they're doing a search on ChatGPT, they find this thing from Reuters. Reuters is pretty bad, you know what I mean? You guys could look it up. So anyway, what it said on there was that there was a, don't quote me, but I have it posted somewhere. But
Oh, yeah, I just want
sure,
to
sure. No. Good.
Hey guys, hit the like button, share. Thank you for subscribing to Watching the World 777 on YouTube and the World TV. All right, get back to it. I know where you left off if you need that.
I do.
All right, so the little snippet from Reuters, you want to break it down about the neighbors hearing something.
So on that report that was found, which is public record, it says that there was a fight, or got the words, I don't want to say the word. There was a fight ensued, and there was a broken lamp in the entryway. And Nancy's blood DNA was found in the hallway. In addition, there was a neighbor who reported a car door in the
Neighbors hearing something.
So
What
on
did he
that
say?
report that was found, which is public record, it says that there was
Ooh,
a
that sounds
fight, or
good. Have fun,
got the
Nadia.
words, I don't want to say the word.
Talk to you
There was
later.
a fight ensued, and there was a broken lamp in the entryway. And Nancy's blood DNA was found in the hallway. In addition, there was a neighbor who reported a car door closing and an engine starting around that time. All that I just said is public record. If these journalists, these people are standing out here by the house doing nothing, clowning YouTubers, hey, I'm a YouTuber and I'm boots on the ground and I'm out there getting it. I don't care what anybody says. I'm out here doing it.
Okay, so speaking about that, why do you think the big media has a big problem with the YouTubers or independent media?
I haven't really processed that. That's a good question.
Wait a minute. I gotta.
I'm processed that.
Okay.
All
I'm
that
sorry. I gotta
car
listen.
door closing, I don't want, which is I do.
All right, so share. Thank you for subscribing to Watching the World 777 on YouTube.
He's talking to the guy from New York.
All right, get back to it. I know where you left off if you need that.
I do.
All right, so the little snippet from Reuters, you want to break it down about the neighbors hearing something.
How does he know?
So on that report that was found, which is public record, it says that there was a fight, or got the words, I don't want to say the word. There was a fight ensued, and there was a broken lamp in the entryway. And Nancy's blood DNA was found in the hallway. In addition, there was a neighbor who reported a car door closing and an engine starting around that time. All that I just said is public record. If these journalists, these people are standing out here by the house doing nothing, clowning YouTubers, hey, I'm a YouTuber and I'm boots on the ground and I'm out there getting it. I don't care what anybody says. I'm out here doing it.
Okay, so speaking about that, why do you think the big media has a big problem with the YouTubers or independent media?
I haven't really processed that. That's a good question. I'm going to show them today in the next couple of days that, hey, see, remember I was telling you those 3 cases I was following?
Talk about it.
So the Delphi case, well, the reason I don't know, because it's a lot, too many cast of characters and it's long. But the important thing about it was his Richard Allen's defense attorney. His name's Andy Baldwin. Yeah, that dude is bad. But anyway, the one thing he said.
Hold on 1 second.
Yeah.
Listen, we're here. We're here for it. We are arrested here. We have no place to go. So talk your heart out. Go ahead.
Oh, you're awesome, man.
We want to hear it.
Where was I? Now tell him hi, man.
Okay. Delphi. Go ahead.
Oh, okay. Delphi.
I got you. I told you. I got you.
No, you're good. You're good. This is what you do.
This is what I do. Yeah.
So
we're gonna have him coming on the channel weekly, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go live soon. I got a shitty. I'm working on that.
All right.
But so the Delphi thing, Andy Baldwin, when the Rich, long story short, Rich.
Okay. What? A report that was found that's public record. What is he talking about? I have not heard about any report. I mean, we saw the reports that like Jay and I think Jay and Mel both put up the other day that were showing that on the 31st there was a call out, and it specifically stated her name. It said on the 31st, missing Nancy Guthrie. One was at 5 o'clock and one was at 7 o'clock. But we didn't see any details of anything like that. And that should have been the next day. See, I don't know. And I'm not going to throw shade at somebody I don't know. But some of the stuff this guy says and comes out with is like, wow. I mean, now watch. Now the sleuths are going to dig this afternoon and they're going to find if there is. And that's, if there is something that says that, that's kind of big. If the neighbors heard a car. I mean, and what time was this that they heard this? I don't know. This just went into a whole different portal. Okay, like, yikes.
Richard Allen got railroaded in Indiana, and the attorneys that jumped on the case got beat up. But anyway, and they actually lost. But the one thing Andy Baldwin said that lingers, because I say it to this day, is he looked at the camera when he was walking out to all the camera people, and he's like, "Why don't you journalists start doing some journalism?" and that's what I've been putting lately, because true. If it's public record, how come they're not on top of that? Yeah. How come Brian Hinton ain't over there finding that? You tell me. I'm just a regular person. You feel me? Father of 9. Yeah. I'm a dishwasher.
Wow, amazing. Let me ask you this. There's another case that you cover as well. The young lady that went missing, and they were looking at the mother and father from
John Benet Ramsey,
right?
Oh boy,
you
won't believe the
I'm
stuff.
very passionate about that case.
Wow.
I would love to hear what you have to say about it.
To start, all the info. Okay, as I'm digging for this case, I have to be honest.
Here comes that girl. So let's get her on.
I'll stand right here next time.
Get her on camera too.
I'll let her hit me next time.
She's out of control, man. Let's get her on camera.
Now where I was at again.
Is that the same person?
Yeah, we're not gonna let her do it twice.
No, I stood right there. I was there. I was gone again.
It's not gonna happen again. Believe that.
No.
Okay, so anyway. There's Jim. There he is, the man, the whole.
Let's give you a big shout out right now.
We got another one.
So I met you last night. We were talking about how essential you are too. Like
they were asking, what do you do? They want to know.
Hypothetically, let's just say, I was just saying this. Let's just say the signal sniffer, right? Let's just say they have an extra one at the sheriff's station.
Traveling.
Put it on your motorcycle.
Yeah.
I go, Jim will go everywhere. What does it take?
Good idea.
Right. I'm trying. I kind of think outside the box. I'm like,
right on.
Instead of in the air, you're everywhere right here. You know.
Yeah. So I just put in 6 miles on foot.
Oh, did you?
Yeah.
So I'm gonna still search it.
So suppose I want to ask you about it. Supposedly they found the bloody glove, and I saw that on the news last night.
I mean, my bad. I'm thinking I'm gonna Modesto again.
I don't know. So
what is the street right here? Campbell. I'm sorry.
Campbell. Yeah.
Okay. So Campbell supposedly was on the right side.
Right.
But you know how on Campbell, if you turn on the first one, you're going the wrong way.
Yeah.
And there's the island in between.
Uh huh.
I don't think anybody walked that.
So when I walked, I figured
the middle of it.
I figured this is the escape route, and then they get to Campbell, and then the bloody glove is found right near that intersection.
I believe it turns. He turns left on Campbell.
I think right to go to town.
Right. Oh, right.
Yeah, you turn right to go to town.
You might be right. So in other words,
and then
he went down to Campbell, turned right into it.
And then you're going this way.
I
So
was
you
thinking
turn right. So I searched all of the desert next to Campbell, like a little ways off of Campbell Avenue, all the way into town. just to look at anything else, like
No.
gun,
Yeah.
holster.
Good thinking. If they were stupid enough to throw a glove, we don't know. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
But so, okay, so let's say you turn right on Campbell. What is on the left? An island, right? I don't know what those are called.
that's further up. There's an island, but it's further up.
Okay,
It doesn't turn into a split road unless you turn left.
Right when you turn left, it's already split.
Yeah.
On the
When you
right,
turn
it's
left,
not?
split. On the right, it's not split.
Gotcha. Okay.
Could you tell
That's
everybody
straight
what
in
you do? You mind?
Everybody, what I do?
Yeah, people are watching on both.
What I'm doing is just
Yeah, you are right, not me. I think that's probably exactly why, though, people get so involved in something like this. It's a way to kind of take themselves out of their own things that are going on and put that energy into something that maybe they feel is good. Oh, Deborah. Honey, you're the one that sucks because you're so lame and angry and bitter that you have to come into a room full of complete strangers that are doing nothing to hurt anyone else but watching a stream on YouTube and try to scold and put hate on everybody. So you know what? Bless you, girl. You need some help, and I hope your day and your life gets better. Thank you. Please drive through.
searching for clues, basically. You know,
With your motorcycle or your moped?
with today it was on foot. So
Okay.
today I was out on foot because they found a bloody glove, supposedly related to the crime at the corner of Campbell and this first intersection out here. So I saw that on the news.
Let me make myself clear. Everyone's opinion in here is welcome and valid, but you don't get to act like an asshole and abuse people. So you want to come in here and give me your opinion. If you think that it's too much, that people shouldn't be watching, that's fine. If it's too much for you, then scroll on. But you don't come in here acting like that. Grow up. Go do something good for the world with all that energy.
News last night that a couple was searching like a few days after the crime,
Yeah.
and they found this glove with blood on it, and they'd reported to the police, but they had just called the news media to let the news media know about this bloody glove thing.
Yeah, they were here. They came here and told us about it about 2 days ago.
Really? Okay.
Yeah,
It was 9
And
days
then
ago.
and then that's they finally did
That they
the
found it,
story.
right?
yeah.
But I didn't know the location, but they had pinpointed the location.
Oh, that's nice.
So I went from there.
I'm glad you found out because I thought it was left the whole time.
Hey, when I was driving in, there's a house with an outhouse and a shed. It looks like it's empty
A lot of them around.
right up here.
On the right hand side,
I was wondering, did they search that extensively?
We hope.
We hope.
Here's
Yeah.
a test. Here's a test for you.
there was a guy just searching it as I was walking up here.
Oh,
Oh,
really?
yeah?
Yeah, there was somebody searching it. He around in the back and everything.
Okay.
He wasn't leaving any stone unturned. If there was a kicked in door or something, he'd have seen it. He was he just walked right in and then searched.
Yeah, I saw that.
So I don't know who he
just
is.
I wanted to run it past you because I know you.
Yeah. I had gone sort of in the front, but the JLR, what's all? Are they kicking us out of the?
No, sir.
I'm parked down there. No.
No, you're good. Your car's down there.
It's actually nice and orderly now.
And then somebody sent me a message saying, "Hey, you can't search without a permit now."
That's what this lady said, but I think she was talking about on
Private
properties,
Yeah.
on properties without permit,
Okay.
but they just told them a permit.
Yeah. So, somebody in my chat saying, ask JLR about searching without.
And plus, individual searching.
You were allowed to
Yeah,
get,
I'm not-
you were
individual
allowed to get
search.
into the golf course. Or
Well,
the-
I mean,
I'm not gonna
I think one person or two persons. I mean, in a permit, like 5 or more people or some
Right.
sort of group.
Right.
You're right. That
Okay.
makes sense.
So,
Are you gonna do any walking later today?
Thank you.
You are.
I'm gonna give you today. Nobody's
Okay.
gonna prove all that.
I think I'm gonna do something a little different.
Whatever you got.
Yeah,
Do.
do something a little different.
What's
I
different?
got a pipe
You know,
to start lifting manhole.
I'm gonna change my technique a little bit. Is I have some leads, and I'm not going to telegraph anything anymore. You know,
It's
before
probably the
I
neighbor
told
that
people
hit
what I was gonna
JLR.
do today, but I'm not going to telegraph anything anymore. I'm just going to just go do it, and I'll let people know at the end, right?
My
That
advice
makes
to
sense.
you: keep being Jim.
Yeah. Right.
I told them I can always say travel with Jim, and
What's your
finally
hat
last
say?
night, exploring with
It
Jim.
says search and salvage.
Let me see. Bring it over here. Let's see. Let's take a look. Search and salvage.
That's my friend's. He dives treasure hunting shipwrecks along the Florida coast.
Oh, nice.
His name is Bill Black, and
Did he
yeah, I'm sort of
ever
a member
find
of his
anything?
crew. He's done very well. Yeah, absolutely. Looking
Treasure?
looking for like gold associated with the Atocha that was lost in the hurricane, Mel Fisher and all that sort of crew. So he's all part of that. We're all part of the sort of the treasure hunting community,
That's right.
and this people searching and clue searching sort of relates to the same sort of thing, right? I mean, when you're not looking for gold, you're looking for the smallest speck. Just
What are the hurricanes? When did that happen?
I think
That
that
there was a shipwreck back in the.
there's a couple of the 1715 and
Oh, gotcha.
1733.
So that's why
That's when the gold was lost.
I would like to donate towards your search.
I think Deborah
How
needs a
do-
Snickers
how
bar.
do you do that?
That's what I
Your
think.
Cash App.
It helps a lot of
My
stuff.
Venmo and my Cash App are the same as my YouTube channel, Exploring with Jim. That's
Okay,
my
I'm
Venmo,
gonna
my
hook
Cash
you up.
I'm going to check those afternoon grumpies.
Hey, everybody does what they can, Some people bring attention to the case and keep the interest going,
Yeah.
and keep people interested. Some
Boats.
people go out and search. Some people are boots on the ground.
Yeah.
Some people have motorcycles. Everybody's doing what they can.
Some people come in
people are
chat
doing
and
research.
cry.
Everything's valuable.
Everybody sucks.
Both
Nice
California.
dog.
Everything's valuable.
Someone in my
Right on,
chat. Someone in
Cal.
my chat.
man. You SoCal or NorCal?
Both.
Both. There you go.
Born in
Right on.
SoCal, lived in NorCal.
Someone in my chat said a guy in
Because they're the
Canada
only
was
ones,
missing around
they're the
same
ones
time.
giving the news the moment it
Oh,
happened.
okay, they just asked Brandon.
Yeah. No, I don't.
They're
Same time.
all that you can, they're all day. You get news all day. And even if it's nothing, you still
Anyway, I'm
know.
going to run. I just want to check in and then inquire about the permit to search or something like that. I don't know.
Exploring with Jim.
Exploring with Jim's my
So the
channel.
search
awesome,
is
man.
tomorrow.
The what?
There's going to be a
Tomorrow,
search
yeah.
tomorrow.
There's going to be a search tomorrow, right?
Yeah. Let me clarify. It's not an organized search, but we're going to find someone who's.
She
gonna
went to
organize it.
McDonald's.
More
Yeah.
unorganized, but really, there's no rules. You know what I'm saying?
Ooh,
Like, some people can go here. So there's a lot of spots.
Yeah.
So we'll figure it out by the morning.
How
what
many
I'm saying?
people you
I'll
expect?
be there. I don't know.
She's over here because I'm awesome. That's why, Ethan.
I mean,
Fox
that's-
News get a hold of you?
Oh, yeah.
What's her
Great.
name? Matt?
They got a hold of you?
I told him. I was about to say, nah, he was cool though. I know how you are. I like how when they come up to you. I've seen some pretty big people come up to you and say, "You want to do an interview?" He's like, "No, I'm good right now."
Who, with me?
Yeah, I love it.
Because he
I'm not here
knows
for
they'll bash
Right,
it.
right. Because then they're gonna use it against you. Something like that. But I love it though. You're just humble like that. No, I'm good. Inside edition. Yeah, can I get it?
Is there anything new come out since I've been in the field this afternoon?
I've been
There anything?
running
No,
around.
I don't know about
Got
Patreon.
tools.
Just a group of ladies going around. They went around
Same.
the corner.
It's an idea, you know.
They have their own family members that are
With
missing.
the ladies with the flyers.
Yes.
That's the first flyers I've seen. I think
Wow.
flyers is great.
That's awesome.
Post
I didn't think of that.
flyers.
That's brilliant.
Everywhere.
How come it hasn't
with
been?
the
I mean,
reward.
that's brilliant that she came up. That's awesome.
Yeah, they're down there. Yeah, I saw the flyers. I'm gonna get a flyer. You guys, I got to keep up the search. JLR.
God bless you, sir.
Thanks
Thank
for
you
dinner
your
last
service.
night, huh? Appreciate it.
Thank
That was
you for your
great.
service.
I really appreciate
Alex.
that. Alex, Jim.
Jim.
Good job, Alex.
All right.
Your name
See you
again?
guys.
We're all working together.
Exploring
I'm
the
fucking with you.
field.
I even
Don't
threw it out
forget
there
Mel
for you.
right here. This is Mel.
Mel,
Yeah.
We're good. We're good.
yeah, we're good.
All right.
Good meeting you last night. And yeah,
Mel from
keep
New
up the good
York.
work, you guys. Keep focused on this. And I'll check back in after the next search.
There are many of us. That's the key point.
Exactly.
We have to let people know there's many.
What?
There's
There's
legions
many
of us.
people.
Oh, by the way,
What's your
Deborah,
plans
we're
of how
doing
many
nails
days you're gonna be
too,
out
so.
Like I said, I'm not a professional searcher. I have a regular life I have to go back to, so I'm really not sure how much longer. Depends on the leads, depends on the areas that are left unsearched. So I don't have any concrete plans. But
If we
I
got
can't
a
say
signal
forever,
sniffer,
unfortunately.
if we got a signal sniffer, would
We'll
you
put it
ride
on the
with
bike. Put it on the bike.
John Benet Ramsey, man.
Oh yeah,
You
I'm
taking the
I'm
bike out
I'll let
today?
him get into
Oh,
the
okay.
time.
Yeah, I
got
am.
you.
My plan was
I'm not on the
to.
time limit.
So I searched all of Campbell Avenue in the desert along the roadway if the bloody gloves are related, and I searched the entire next to the road, and then I thought I'd ride the bike along some of the abandoned businesses and then just search the right-hand side all along Campbell Avenue until you get to the next main road. Because Campbell Avenue, I think, if this is the escape route, may be key to discarding evidence. So
Well, wasn't Campbell where they
and
thought
then after that, I have some
where
other
the
plans
gloves it was
that
Doc
they're
that
going
they
to stay
found? Wasn't that where they
Top
were?
secret?
QT, top secret.
Top
that's
secret
right.
plans.
Top secret plan. But yeah, and it'll come up. So okay, you guys,
All right.
keep up the good work.
I'm
Huh?
gonna put you to the test. Right?
Got you. Okay.
All right.
I'm not as high right now, so I'll be able to.
But they don't see me
remember.
much, so. go ahead.
Okay. Mel, what's up, man? So what made you start this YouTube page?
Now, why do we have to get into that nonsense?
Ha.
I typically started off talking about religion.
I'm
There's a lot
sorry,
of
I'm
abuse
not
in
in all.
religion.
Let's interview.
22.
Let's interview ourselves. Interview
2022, I put
ourselves.
it out. You know, I mean, I did like a little YouTube video and I put a blog up.
What's
And, you know,
happening now? Yeah, we're good.
God-fearing man. He's a good guy. He did not sell the Range Rover, number one. Number two, he's been out of the country for 7 years. 7 years. He's in
Well,
Jordan.
that's like I wonder, like, is he
7
just
years.
Is he Jordanian?
Is he like just
Yeah,
want
and, you know, he
attention?
loved it here. He said he loved it here. He said people were going to his
Oh,
apartments
wow.
that he used to live
Well,
at
look,
on Campbell. He's
you
out, he
know.
lived there for 7 years. They went to his work.
I mean, he's
All
not.
that
Like,
he used to work at, and people said he was the owner. No, he just worked there, man.
I don't know.
He's
There's
a
something that
good-
just hits me.
MG Motors. He
Like,
did sell
MG
cars
He's funny.
Oh, he's so
7
clear.
years ago. That's what I'm saying. People just do it and
But-
said, "Oh, he sold it." So anyway, Jack's a good man. Hey, that's a good guy right
And
there.
like I
You think
get like
he did it?
searching and trying to help and all that.
You know, he was out of the country.
Some of the stuff he does,
100%.
you're gonna put yourself.
And regardless, his name's been turned into law
You might
enforcement.
want to know
Many
about
people
that.
turned him
He said
in.
he followed
And he's been
Delphi
getting,
too.
you know,
I
beat
don't
up on the
know who it
internet.
is. He
It's
just
like,
like showed up one
he doesn't
day.
know how to stop. Like, I don't know how to stop either, but I'll put in a word for you. You know,
All right, good luck.
I'm
on
a
your
good judge
search.
of character. Yeah, definitely, man. And I appreciate everything you do, JLR. And I'm looking forward to the
All right.
search tomorrow.
See you tomorrow.
Appreciate everything.
God bless. I'm rolling up my window, getting some cool air. All right. Still out here in front of Nancy Guthrie's home. Oh, yes, sir. Yes, sir.
You buy that chair?
I don't know whose chair it is.
No, I said you want to borrow it.
Oh, no, I'm good.
You good?
Yeah.
He's
Yeah,
in
thank you.
air conditioning. Taking a break right now.
Have a chair.
Okay?
You're in a chair.
Literally in a chair in the car. That's okay. That's okay. Sorry, I'm saucy today.
Nancy Guthrie case. Sheriff shouldn't discourage idea. Ex-FBI agent says the sheriff shouldn't discourage ideas. This is ex-FBI agent Jonathan Gillum.
That's who that lady
Sheriff.
and she could have been the sheriff.
Listen in.
Researchers telling a local outlet that they found a black glove like the one the suspect was wearing less than a mile from Nancy's home. That glove appeared to have blood on it, meaning more possible DNA to test. That comes as Nancy's neighbors and friends put handwritten signs and flowers at her home to show support while the community desperately hopes she comes back safely. Others are speculating about what may have happened, including former FBI Special Agent Jonathan Gilliam, who joined me earlier this week to share his theory. He believes that because the kidnapper would have had only 2 hours to move Nancy before sunrise, she must be in this area. Now, this is a very large area,
I
hundreds
agree.
of miles here. The suspect would have had enough time to get to the Mexican border, Phoenix, or at least 2 Native American reservations. Joining us now, Jonathan Gilliam, former FBI Special Agent and former U.S. Navy SEAL, and Brian Dean Wright, former CIA officer and host of the Wright Report podcast. Jonathan, great to see you. Thank you so much for coming back on tonight. So just based on what we have seen over the past couple of days and the people that you've talked to, are you still confident in your theory that Nancy is within 2 hours of your home? Or have you seen or talked to people about maybe her being moved?
Well, I think it's always possible, Katie, that she was moved, but I think that she was probably stored somewhere or she was discarded if she was deceased within that 2-hour range. Because basically they didn't want to move when the sun came up. I think anybody who was not prepared for her to be injured badly enough where she was bleeding, or that it got delayed because they were there for 40 minutes, would probably want to get to a point where they could not be seen before the sun comes up. So if that's the case and she was moved, then people may have seen something and they could go there and then test for DNA. That's been my thing all along, is that yes, perhaps she's there, but perhaps she was there and there would be DNA somewhere. And I really don't appreciate the sheriff coming out and telling people, if you don't have proof, don't call in. If it's just an idea, don't call in, because people, they could have a catalog system where you call and say, do you have an idea? Do you have evidence? Idea? Okay, talk to this person. And then they can catalog that. It may be nothing, but there may be something. I just would not push any of that away.
Yeah, absolutely, especially since it seems like we're not getting a lot of information. There are 2 Native American reservations within 2 hours of Nancy's home. Can you tell us about the relationship that the FBI has with those jurisdictions? If it's a different system than on a state highway or on federal property, they have their own sovereignty and they have their own law enforcement. The FBI does work with them in a number of ways, but does it make it more difficult if she were to be taken to one of these reservations?
Well, I think the FBI has a good working relationship. I know several people who worked on the reservations here and that are with the FBI, and they do have a working relationship. There's always, just like any local law enforcement, there could be distrust with the federal government and with federal law enforcement. But I think for the most part, if the FBI has a request and they believe that there might be something in a location, they pretty much entertain those ideas, and they do have a good working relationship. So I'm not worried if she was taken to a reservation and it leads to that location. I'm pretty sure that they would cooperate.
All right, well. Very interesting. Glad to hear that. Let's bring in now Brian Dean Wright. He's with.
That's something I've noticed too, is now we're starting to kind of talk about possibly not just being Hispanic, but someone who's indigenous or has ties to the reservation. And I had never even thought of that before.
That's former CIA officer. He has lots of experience with intelligence, obviously, given his past profession. Brian, just based on what you've been seeing in the theories in the investigation here, and with the sheriff, as Jonathan just pointed out, saying that we don't want the certain kinds of information, what is your assessment there from Tucson, which is where you are?
Yeah, look, we continue in this community to look at our Pima County Sheriff's Department, the local PD, as really just an embarrassment, not only for us and most importantly for the family dealing with some of the nightmare, but ultimately, the rest of the country and the world is watching this. So you can come to Tucson, you can come to Pima County, and you can commit horrific crimes, and so far get away with it. I think that's one of the things that we're concerned about, especially given how close we are to Mexico with the cartels and the gangs. This is going to be bigger than Mrs. Guthrie. Of course, we want to focus on finding her first, but the point is the rest of us are going to have to live with what the rest of the world has seen in this case, and I think that's the most horrifying for a lot of us here, in addition to just the Guthrie family's pain.
Yeah, I want to get back to the cartel angle in just a minute. But Jonathan, when I look at the map and your 2-hour theory, it's not. There are a number of law enforcement.
Hey, what's going on?
There's state police.
You were on the bike the other day.
How'd you know that?
Because I saw the gun on the side.
Oh.
How are you? What's your name?
Ron.
Hey, Ron. Nice to meet you. What brings you out here today?
Oh, the wife is setting down some flowers.
Second time you guys came.
Second time. Yeah.
You from around here?
Yeah.
What do you think happened?
I'll be honest with you. I don't think they're ever going to find her.
It's the first time someone said that. Interesting.
I absolutely agree, Pamela. It's
look. Was it 21?
It definitely
21
is bad.
Day 21.
21 days.
Mm-hmm.
I think you have more leads than they do.
Wow.
I mean, as we were driving over here, we're sitting here thinking, and we're, within this 3-mile radius, there's so many places that they could have.
Needle in a haystack.
And I've got, like, as far as her being rich and famous and having, certain connections, though, aside from the attention, I do think, which, I mean, I guess there's other cases that just as much drama gets thrown in, but there's so much drama getting thrown into this because of who she is that would be hard. Because, like with me, there wouldn't be all of that extra stuff. So I'm gonna agree with you and raise you to, and also not have all the conspiracy theory drama stuff in. Because what if it is just something really simple, and you've got TMZ throwing in all these letters, and you've got this, and it's main. I see it more on mainstream media. You've got all these little clips of reports, and we don't really know what's going on.
That's what she said. It's fucking terrible. I couldn't be any further from Savannah Guthrie on politics, but this is someone's fucking mother. This is a mom, an 85-year-old lady that was just living her life, and it's just terrible. But I don't think they're ever going to find her.
And find out who didn't, and not find out who did it.
100%.
You're the first person that said, I don't think they're ever going to find it.
Let me ask you something. Do you think the perps were experienced? Because let me tell you something. They left no clues. They left nothing.
So people have been saying, well, these guys are amateurs, whatnot. But
Exactly.
my take is, if they're amateurs, they haven't been caught and been
100%.
identified.
Exactly.
My mom used to say, too many cooks in the kitchen.
we were thinking that.
Oh, and it is.
We don't know if this was a targeted thing or if it was a home invasion, but it's like something went wrong, and they got rough with her. She fell, hit her head. They killed her on accident, and then they just had to get rid of her.
No body, no case type.
There you go.
For a murder.
There you go. I mean, it's like you said, you guys were sitting there at dinner last night going through every scenario that could
You're watching?
happen.
Oh, no, we did, but you saw that we went to dinner.
Yeah, I saw you went to dinner. We've had you on for 21 fucking days.
Really?
We can't turn it off.
Oh, my goodness.
Yeah. We love when you go out, go into the Bat Bridge and, go out and do your investigating.
Well, I want to kind of look at these old mines up here. I heard there's, you know anything about mines?
No, just the traffic.
I tried to go up there at the hills yesterday, but the reception's choppy.
They made it a one-way street. Everybody's got to keep to the right when driving.
I mean, if you've ever been up Mount Lemon, it's a beautiful drive.
There was
up
a
there.
private search group out
They
there.
could have just
They're
pulled
searching,
over,
culverts
over the wall there.
But I'm saying that, what is it called? The Catalina Highway or whatever? You're going, Ron, and what's your name?
The traffic
up there. We might eat it. My hands are cold. Sorry.
How are you? Thanks for watching.
And in a few minutes, I'm going to.
We're here. I don't
take this off, and I'm gonna.
You know what? You're on even though
Jeepers Creepers episode on. While I fill these bad boys.
Just want to. But
I need some.
We like hearing from the people around here, perspectives, opinions, scenarios. These law enforcement, we don't know if they're really sitting at a table here discussing things, scenarios without the evidence, but just taking themselves outside the box here.
Right.
I mean, they say 400 investigators are investigating. Okay. They're not relaying anything to us.
Well, from what we were talking about scenarios a minute ago, it doesn't surprise me that they're outsmarting the Pima sheriff, but to think that they're pulling the wool over the FBI's eye. I mean, the fucking FBI.
Yeah, the most elite. I have always said the FBI is the most elite investigative agency on the planet Earth.
Well, exactly, Pamela. That question.
They got nothing.
Who's it up
married,
to?
by the way?
No.
Is it up to the police department? Is it up to the family?
All right, you need anything?
No.
Mrs. Tez.
Did you tell him my theory?
Mrs.
What's your theory?
Tez or Mr. Tez?
What's the theory?
I said,
I want to say it right.
Are you on? Are you muted?
No, I can mute it and then I can relay it. Or I might not. I don't have to relay it. I mean, if you just want to say, the camera's facing that way, so they don't see.
It's about tomato.
It's about tomato. Oh, tomato. Call him tomato. Okay.
Yeah.
But I mean, statistics show, it's close to the family members. Okay, so we got tomato, Tommaso.
So I'm sure everybody's thinking about
Again, we don't know who this is.
You know, she took
Fact
him
or
over,
but not back.
but not back.
theory.
So if he was involved in this with other people, and he drove her over there, told them when he'd be taking her, and they were lurking around, say, okay, when the garage door opens, go on in there and hide here, and then wait after she goes to sleep.
Somebody's already in the house.
And somebody's already in there, and that's, you know, people have said that
Theory.
There might have already been somebody inside and let that guy in the video in. Just a thought.
I mean, they haven't released how the perp got in the house.
Right.
How did the perp get in the house? So, did he have a key? Did he bust
What
in?
happened?
There's no evidence of any damage to the house, whatever. So, how did the perp get in the house to be able to do this? Because the sheriff has said on the record she got kidnapped out of her bed.
She tell you what she thinks?
Yeah. I mean, a lot of people have. Oh, there's the neighbor right there. There's the neighbor right there. It's Sue Ellen. Sue Ellen. I wonder how she feels about all this. This looks like a construction zone out here.
I know.
Right?
I like Sue Ellen.
What's going on?
Well, she wants to know if Criminal Network left.
Yeah.
He said yes.
That's the one that was
What's the kind of motorcycle you got?
telling all the stuff.
It's hardly.
You want to leave it at home? Yeah, I just okay. Can she leave something with you to give to Criminal
Yeah,
Network?
yeah. I'll mute it for
We'll
a
talk to
second.
you later, man.
Yeah.
No,
Thank you
it's
for
not.
coming out.
That's-
Be safe.
Yeah.
Thank you for laying those things down for Nancy and
Yeah, go check it out. It's
Hi, Di.
Oh, you got an angel? Yeah, I will.
I made it.
The reception over there gets a little choppy on
Oh,
the
that's
line.
sweet. So a neighbor's giving a gift to a YouTuber.
What an angel. God bless you. Be safe. Nice meeting you.
Mm,
Thank you.
that's an awful lot of an
You want me to
angel.
mute this?
Yeah.
All right, what you got?
An angel. So I'm glad I didn't switch off yet. I mean, this is the thing. We're not getting told the truth. We're being punked. And the media's just, you can't tell me that JLR with his one tripod is getting in the way. And he's the problem. When you've got, and I know it's not just him out there, but you've got all these tents and umbrellas and, I mean, and who was it? Popcorn Planet was talking the other night, and he said that these guys are showing up with like those huge news vans with the big Doppler radar on top. That's their signal and all this. You know, I mean, it's just a peeing contest about getting the story out, and they don't like, they don't have the freedom that streamers do, and there are things that they were following behind just as much as Brian Enton and JLR and everybody else were to the SWATs, to the scenes, because they all got coverage of it.
All right, so I'm with somebody here that we're not going to show her face, but
And
she's
they're
talking
gonna get all
about
the-
Kayla
You
Day,
get probably make
which
as
is
much money
Luke's
as some of the
girlfriend,
guys out
right?
there made.
No,
They're not boyfriend, girlfriend.
I don't believe so. So Kayla is married to somebody else, and
But you said, okay, so you said Kayla Day is part of a group called Devil's Disciples.
her family has some connections to that group, and there's a name that's been going around that's Kayla's mom, and that is not. And there's receipts if you check this out, but this is and she was like dying to come down and see you, but
Hey, Erica, welcome
this
back.
is Kayla's biological mother, and that's her sister. And
She's in jail though right now, right?
Kayla's still in jail.
Did she go to jail the night before this happened?
She did.
The raid.
Yes, and it appears, although I forget where I saw it, so I can't like track my source. She was served a warrant a couple weeks before she went to jail, and there was like a failure to appear. And it was the night before Luke went.
The
Was
raid.
raided. Yeah.
Is there anything to that, you think?
This is what I think, and I don't want to go on record saying this, but you're welcome to like report it later.
All right, here, I'm going to mute it for a second.
Okay.
Oh, we don't know who you are. Doesn't matter. I'm just putting the primer on before I fill these babies. But I want to hear if he says what this lady has to say. Before we switch over to our regularly scheduled program. But I will have it on over here in the background to make sure that if anything pops off that we can flop it over on the fly. Ugh, Nadia made me hungry now. Now I want a fillet of fish and a Coke from McDonald's. Come on. She's just a long story, isn't it? And just anyone tuning in, I promise you, I'm not trying to be rude or disrespectful. This is a lot, and we can't just sit here and doom and gloom constantly. We're just listening to some of the interviews there. There was a private search team. That's that 857 guy, I think. There's a private search.
Do you have the name?
Yeah, well, write it down.
Okay.
A lady came up and wanted to tell him
Thank you.
something.
That's interesting stuff.
It was about that Kayla Day and that
Leaves, and I'm like, not quite.
Yeah.
So, and this is
Interesting stuff.
and then, and you can look at like the posts and you can see like my daughter, my granddaughter, she's
Yeah.
I'm filling my
Thank you
nails
for
so
the
I can
info.
move up to the clause part of my title of
I'm
my
gonna share some of it.
channel name, which is
Yeah.
Clause and Crime. So
these people are kind of scary.
Scary people.
And then
crime all the time.
Drone. See the drone?
You know whose drone that is?
News.
uh,
News. Fox News. News.
also the other thing, something interesting. So you know the hubbub about the survey plane yesterday?
Yeah.
So we went out there just because we were.
Oh, you went down.
We went down.
Landfill.
There wasn't shit. There was one media person there when we were there, but I was watching the flight radar,
Yeah.
and it landed at Ryan Airfield
Mm-hmm.
out towards 3 Points, and it took off again, and it was surveying over north of the range out there.
Mm-hmm.
No, north of Ajo and east of the range out
You're
there.
What was
welcome.
it doing out there?
It surveyed a very specific area.
Why? Is that what's out there? Indian reservations?
It's just lots of BLM land. There's an abandoned mine out there. There's like,
But it goes from the landfill to an abandoned mine.
yeah. Well,
Have a good day.
they were not circling an abandoned mine. They were circling like the small mountain range-ish,
Mhm.
just that kind of pokes out of nowhere. But it really is in the middle of nowhere. And I was researching the speeds that they were going because I know everybody was saying,
Holy smokes.
Amber Alert, child abduction, Avondale.
Oh, wow.
Dude, everything's going off.
Yeah, we get those.
Dude,
Yeah.
everything's going off, man. There's a child abducted.
Oh, wow.
Amber Alert. There's an Amber Alert.
I don't think anybody ever realized that.
Dude, hey, dude, everyone's phone is going off. Look,
Yeah,
Child
in the
abduction.
area.
118th and Edgemont Avenue, Avondale, Arizona. Where's that? 3-year-old black female,
West Phoenix.
West Phoenix. What's that? Kalena Rogers, last seen wearing pink pajamas with braids. Suspect, Morena. White female, short, thin, brown hair, hazel eyes, wearing white shirt, pink or purple pants, and ponytails. Did you get the alert, Arizona? Dude, everyone's phone started going off. That scared me. Dude, they make your phone buzz and everything. I'm like, what in the heck? Like, what in the heck's going on with all that?
I don't mind them. I think they're a good thing. We had, though, it scared the daylights out of us. It was this last summer. It was like
Phoenix.
3 o'clock in the morning.
So what is that about?
And it went off.
So it's
just
3 miles an hour. And from the research I did,
every
like
device in our house went off.
Topographic surveying, they go faster than that. But the sniffer would be going very slow because it emits the pacemaker would only emit a signal like every 3 to 4 minutes.
Uh-huh.
So they have to go really slow. And I'm kind of a geek about following air traffic, and very like I don't know if I've ever seen a helicopter moving that slow.
Never.
Well, I mean,
and I've been following this like since she was a baby, like following just air traffic because I don't know.
To me, if there are mines and landfills,
appreciate your
then
time.
that's
Anyway, there you
exactly
go.
whether you have a
time.
tip or not.
Bye.
Search there because
Thank you.
that's what I wonder. I mean, you just
Interesting stuff.
part of me says yes and part of me says no.
So basically, it's just the
We think
411 on
that they would
Kayla
have found
Day,
her by now somehow.
which
Somebody
she
would
said is
talk to
heavily
them.
involved with devil's disciples and some banker gangs, drug running. And Kayla Day is a really dark, sinister person. Now, Kayla Day was arrested the day before the raid with Luke, but she's saying now that, well, she told me that Kayla and Luke are not a couple, like boyfriend, girlfriend, but they're cool like that. You know what I mean? Like Kayla's involved with like multiple different people.
Partners in crime.
She knows this because she's a local.
Yeah, but
Locals talk. Just like we got a comment earlier that said, go to the bars, they talk.
Yeah.
Bar people talk. But a lot of people want to know about Kayla Day because
well, it doesn't
Kayla,
always mean
like,
it's the truth.
you know.
Small towns are like YouTube, you know.
I don't know. She got arrested the day before. She got arrested with Luke last year for some drug stuff, pulled over in the Walmart parking lot. So they have a history together.
And granted, these people have.
And we've been hearing that name a lot. Now, some people still think Luke is involved with this. Just no evidence.
There might be
whatsoever.
evidence.
So
We just don't know about it yet.
it is interesting. It does provoke thought.
I mean, these guys, they're going to want to make sure that
Somebody
who
did
they go
this.
after, they've got every single.
But the gentleman we just
I
spoke to before is like, I don't think Nancy's going to get found, and the perps are, able to elude the FBI and authorities. Even though people kind of laughed that the perp has a Walmart backpack, but perp hasn't been caught.
Yeah.
So we're all laughing.
Oh, me too.
But at the same time,
says that's what I'm saying.
perp has gotten away thus
knew
far.
everything.
We're talking
Bartenders,
3 weeks into this.
hairdressers.
So the perp had to do something right in this beginning stages, unless the police just didn't, or the authorities, Pima County Sheriff's didn't have a thorough enough investigation and let this guy slip through the cracks.
Yep, I'd have one sit down on my chair. I literally had people I had to book in different time slots, like morning and night, so that they didn't run into each other. Like,
I don't know,
not
folks.
just act like adults. Come on. Nope.
It's 2:41 p.m. Eastern. Continuous coverage of Nancy Guthrie.
One would get up.
What's really going on
Say
here?
hello, shake hands, say hi, whatever.
way
You know,
in,
hi,
one way
honey.
out.
The one, next one.
If you're a local, you
Next
want to
one,
talk, come on out and say
down.
hi. We'd love to hear from you.
Want to know
You
something?
don't have to show your face. You can show your face.
Tell me all
Share some
about the
information.
one.
Want to hear from the people.
This isn't JLR's feed. We're reviewing his stuff from earlier.
We want to hear what the people have to say
He's
about this.
given permission for everybody to review and share his stream out. And let me see. I had the link up. You know, I'm not with him. Nope. I can't handle the desert air. No, we're just in here with a smaller chat reviewing what was going on earlier. And this is
I'll check my email in a little bit. I know some people are saying, but you know, if you want to send me anything in the email, appreciate it. My husband is retired, 25 years law enforcement. I'm a medical professional. We can prove our credentials. We would be happy to answer you or any of the subscribers' questions. We can send email if you're interested. Yes, Melanie, send me your contact. Retired LE and medical, and maybe we'll have a chat. Just send me your contact. Just say Melanie. And
but you're also welcome to
reach
stay
back
and
out to
watch
you
with
later.
us. We got a little bit smaller. Well,
We always
not
want
a
to hear
little bit,
from
a way
former
smaller
law
chat.
enforcement in an investigative aspect, or even the medical field. You know, anything to deal with. You know, in this case, Nancy, or medications, how long she can survive without her medications, and mobility, and in a medical aspect on this. I mean, we're just coming up with all types of theories here and scenarios until we get more information. And then we can go with what the information and go off that. But some people are not satisfied by the response by LE when it comes to family members, lack of information. Whoa, what was that?
Okay, now I'm going to do this because there's not really much going on here. So I am going to do this. Set this up. Okay. So we're going to, like I said, I'm keeping him on low volume so that I can kind of monitor what he's got going on just in case something pops off. And this is a Crimecast episode that I did a while back, but it's about an interesting case out of Michigan. And it is the murders that the Jeepers Creeper movie was loosely based on. I'm going to mute and do my nails, so if you guys have any questions about this case or anything like that, please let me know. It was an interesting case, I thought.
'Cause I've been living life right like I could just die any minute.
Hey there, I'm Cutsy, and happy True Crime Tuesday. Thanks for stopping by, and if you would you please hit the subscribe button and like button on your way in. It helps me get my channel out in the algorithm and helps me grow and get better and better. So I would greatly appreciate it, please, and thank you. Okay, so this is a representation of exactly how I feel right now. I am mind blown. I came home from my calm little farmer's market on Saturday to find out that the whole world had gone crazy, basically. I hope you like my new tinfoil outfit. I felt a complete outfit was needed after learning about this man that was going after the state representatives in Minnesota, this Vance Bolter, I believe his name is. Just craziness.
This is kind of fitting too, because this was going on when that senator, when that man came to her house and killed her, and another situation where we just don't quite make sense, you know.
Started finding out some things about him myself, and then I saw that J is for Justice was on, popped into her video, into her live, and wow, she did an awesome deep dive on him. Found out tons of stuff. I mean, major rabbit holes. But watch her lives from this weekend, her podcast that she's done on this, and follow her. It is just rabbit hole beyond rabbit hole beyond rabbit hole, and the things that she found out, just, I don't know. Something's not adding up. This is really, really weird, and so hopefully we'll get more answers in the days to come, and prayers for the family of the people that this horrible guy hurt. What a piece of junk.
Deja vu.
A crazy person on the loose. Then I get a call to tell me to put it on this channel on YouTube, and I start realizing that Israel and Iran are literally bombing each other. And that was my weekend. I am just mind blown. So I thought, let's do something. Let's take a break from the apocalypse. How about that? And let's do some nails and go over a story from my home state, Michigan, that you may not even realize that you know a little bit about already. So here we go. Before I begin our crime story, though, let me set up what we're doing for nails today. So, one of my favorite summer desserts when it's hot are those rocket pops, those bomb pops, the red, white, and blues. I love them. And so I thought, let's do some cute little nails that represent this. Now, I will tell you, I had an issue with my paints. I decided this time that I was going to do all the red tips at once, and then I was going to go back through and do all the blues. Well, for whatever reason, this one time, my red decided to bleed. So I am going to have to figure something out, and I will show that in a later video, see kind of how I tweaked it a little bit and made it look a little bit better and a little bit crisper, but they did turn out good. So what I'm using is I'm going to use these three colors, and red, white, and blue, of course. And so I'm going to get started with these nails, and then we will get started with our story. So as you can see, I'm painting this. I should have cured each one individually, but oh well. So here we go. Our story starts out that I'm going over today with in a town called Coldwater, Michigan. It's down by the Indiana-Michigan border, and it starts off with a couple going for a nice ride on a Sunday, and they decide they're from Elkhart, Indiana, and it's real close, so they decide to go for a ride up into Michigan, and they start going through a little town called Coldwater, and They were just talking to themselves about how nice and quiet and pretty it was. And as they're driving, they hear a motor rev up behind them, and they can't figure out where it's coming from. All of a sudden, they see in the rearview mirror this big brown van zooming up super fast right on their rear end. And he doesn't slow down, nothing. He whips around them and whips around them again up across this hill and up and over the hill and takes off. And they remark to themselves, that guy's going to kill somebody because he's driving like a maniac. And a little further down the road, they pass this schoolhouse. This is the actual schoolhouse. And they see a man in the back with a sheet with red stuff all over it. And he's stuffing it down, trying to hide it. Now, as they're driving past the school, said they see this sheet with red stuff all over it. And the husband doesn't think anything of it, thinks maybe he's a maintenance worker, maybe it's paint, you know. The wife is a nurse, and she keeps telling him that's blood on that sheet. I know that's blood. And so they start kind of arguing back and forth about it. And all of a sudden, they hear that engine roaring again, and up from behind them comes that big brown van. Now, it is zooming fast, and it comes right up on them, and it's riding their bumper like nobody's business. It will not get off their tail. It's obvious whoever this is trying to scare them. Sound familiar yet? Well, if you're a horror movie buff like I am, then this will definitely sound like something that we have all seen before. Are you ready? Only in one of my favorite scary movies, it's a brother and sister that are driving down the road and happen to see something very similar to what these people saw. If you guessed Jeepers Creepers, you were right. For whatever reason, now this is a real case, but this beginning scene, people started to watch and realized that it was taken almost second by second from the beginning of this real murder case, and how it all started, that the police became aware that something happened. Now, the people in this case were named Dennis and Marilyn Depew. After this all happened, this couple, the real couple, ended up going to the police and reporting what they saw. Well, they ended up coming back to the school, going and looking, and they found that sheet was buried in a hole. So they ended up going to the police and telling the police what they found. And this is where the story begins. The Depews were very respected in their small town of Coldwater, Michigan, and seemed to be one of the perfect pictures of married life, children, etc. But behind closed doors, things were not good. And in April of 1989, Marilyn filed for divorce. Well, Dennis was not happy about this. And he was not accepting this divorce. He didn't want to be any part of it. And he kept doing things like he would come over, bang on the door, scream and demand to see the children. She was worried and afraid to have him see the children also because of his behavior. And things started escalating. Now we fast forward to Easter Sunday, 1990, and it is a scheduled court-ordered visitation day for Dennis. But when he gets to the house, the kids are scared of him because of his behavior.
I'm sorry it keeps buffering. StreamYard is being a jerk today. StreamYard or YouTube, one of them, I don't know. I turned all my windows off, so we'll have to see. So I apologize.
And they don't want to go with him. And so Marilyn tells him, the kids don't want to go with you. I don't know what to do. And he gets furious. Of course, he's mad. He wants to see his children. They start to argue. It gets physical. And Marilyn ends up getting pushed down the steps, the basement stairs. So Depew runs down and gets her, brings her upstairs, and tells the kids, don't worry. I'm going to take her to the hospital. She just fell. She needs help. I will be back. I promise. Don't worry. And he takes her, puts her in the van, and takes off to supposedly take her to the hospital to get medical attention. Now, 4 hours later, he still isn't back home with her. So his kids call the police because they're worried. They don't know what's going on. They tell them what happened. Dad came over. Mom and Dad got in a fight. He pushed her down the stairs. He was supposed to take her to the hospital to get treatment. And we haven't heard anything from her, and we're very worried. So the police head to the hospital, but Dennis had never been there, had never brought Marilyn in there. So now the question is, where are they? Where's Marilyn? Where's Dennis? What happened? So now let's rewind to where we started, with husband and wife driving down the road. So now, after this guy has zoomed up behind them again, after they passed him at the school, with the red covered sheet, they go back down. They keep going down the road. And a little ways further down the road, they see him in this little pull-off. And now, mind you, this road is like a back road, and it led all the way from Michigan back into Indiana. So you could take this without taking the expressway to cross over to state lines. And they lived in Indiana, Elkhart, like I said before, which is right there on the border. Anyway, and if you go through the top there, Illinois is also right down there at the bottom of the lake. And when they see him, again, he's pulled over in this little side park, and he is changing the license plate on the van. And now, when he passed them the second time, coming up behind them and trying to scare them, the husband took down this guy's license plate number from the van because they were going to call in about reckless driving when they got home. This is the late 80s, 90s, so people actually called in stuff like that. But anyway, so it dawns on them, why would he be changing his license plate? So this obviously probably isn't somebody just working on the school. This probably isn't somebody just having an innocent, parking and whatever. As they get even closer and drive by, passenger side door is open, and the wife, who is a nurse, says, okay, now that's blood. Do you believe me that that's blood? There's blood all over, red something all over the door. Of the passenger side door. And the husband said, you know what? Okay, you're starting to make me believe that maybe it's blood. So let's do this. We're going back, and we're going to check, and we're going to make sure. And if it's nothing, it's nothing. But if that's blood on that sheet, then we've got to go back. So they get to the school. They park on the road, and they walk around to the north side, kind of the back of the property. And they see this kind of ditch, this dig out, this kind of hole in the back. And so they walk up to it, and they see that the sheet is laying there, and it's got some brush kind of thrown over it. When they pick it up, The wife, that's a nurse, realizes, yes, this is blood. And not only is there blood, but there's also bone and tissue matter on this sheet that's just been thrown. Into this ditch. Now remember, this is 1990, so nobody had cell phones, anything like that. So they rushed to, they freak out. They're like, oh my gosh, we got to call the cops. So they jump in the car, they rush to the nearest farm they can find and start banging on the door. And the farmer answers the door, but they are so upset and just freaking out that he thinks they're absolutely crazy because they're just yelling, there's a bloody sheet, the guy with the van, blah, 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 call the police. And so the farmer agreed to call the police. He did not let them into the home, but he agreed to call the police, and the police got there and they met him out front of this house to tell the police officer what they had seen. Police arrived, they gave them their statement, and he told them, thank you, we'll contact you in the next, few days, let you know if we find anything out. And that was it. The very next day, there's a road worker, ironically enough, on a road called Butcher Road, which was not far from, I believe, the schoolhouse. And the abandoned, no, mind you, this is an old abandoned schoolhouse, like you saw in the pictures. But anyway, and he had found a body out kind of off in the brush on the side of the road, and they were able to confirm that it was indeed Marilyn Depew that was out there. It was determined that Marilyn Depew's cause of death was a gunshot wound to the head. So now they need to figure out, where is Dennis? They found out that he had taken the next week off of work, told his boss he wouldn't be in. He had gone in and taken out like $3,000 or $4,000 out of the bank account. And they also now knew that he had a firearm. Now, 2 weeks later, they still don't know where he is, but the school that his wife worked at receives a bunch of legal size manila envelopes addressed to a couple different people in the school. They were close friends to his wife, and all of these letters written talked about how he believed that it was their fault that she wanted to divorce him, that they had talked her into it because for whatever reason that they had taken his family and his children, and that the revenge was eye for an eye, death for a death. They caused the death of his family and his marriage, and so because of them, he had to kill Marilyn. He also had sent some of these letters to the judge that was handling his divorce and different other people that he believed had something to do with this, and he wanted to make sure that they felt that they knew that they were at fault for this. But what he was also doing was letting them know what states he was in and where he was headed and how he was going when he was on the run. The first batch of letters came from, I believe it was Arlington, Virginia. The second batch was from Oklahoma. He just kept doing this, writing these letters, on legal pads, and mailing them to people just to let them know. And again, this is 1990. So, it's pen and paper, boo-boo. That's what he's doing. And it's just crazy. He's crazy. All of a sudden, the letters just stopped. So now we fast forward to about 9 months later in Texas. he has traveled and been on the run for all this time, and now he has settled down in Texas. And he happens to meet a woman. He gets a good job, and he is going under the alias of a man named Hank Queen. That's who he's going by. So he meets this woman, and she falls for him, at least. I don't know if he was capable of falling for her, but she did, and he eventually ends up moving in with her. After living together for a little bit, the honeymoon ends up being over quite quickly. And she starts getting suspicious of him because, as she tells her friends, he doesn't talk to me anymore. He's quiet. He's moody. And now, mind you, he still has this van, okay, that was seen to be covered in blood, etc. And she thought it was kind of weird. He would always park the van in the garage. He would never leave it out. Well, we know it's because he doesn't want anyone to see this van. You know, even though it's got a different license plate on it, it's still the description of the van. He doesn't want anybody to see that. Of course not. So she gets suspicious, starts spying on him, can't find anything, ends up hiring a PI. Now, the private investigator finds absolutely nothing. Nothing. Which they also find odd, to not find anything on someone. But again, it's 1990. You don't have truthfinder.com to go pay $3 and find info about people instantly. And it's a fake name, so there is nothing. Meanwhile, one night while Hank was watching TV, Unsolved Mysteries happens to come on. And the story about him and what he did to his wife and the fact that they're looking for him comes blasting across the screen, along with a picture, a detailed description of his van, the murder van. I love this for him. So he hops up, freaks out, makes up a story about telling the girlfriend that his mother's sick and he's got to go, packs all of his stuff, and takes off. Shortly after he leaves, one of the girlfriend's friends comes running over, freaking out, going, "Oh my gosh, you've got to get out of here. I'm so glad you're okay." Blah blah blah. She's asked where Hank was. She said he left. His mother was sick. She said, "Oh my gosh, this guy's been all over the TV. He's a murderer." She's like, "Oh, you know, I can't believe this." So the girlfriend ends up calling the police and saying, "Listen, he was here not too long ago. This is the license plate number that he's got on the van now. He's in the van. Go get him." Well, he manages to get all the way from Dallas, Texas to Louisiana without being caught. But as he's driving on the highway, he ends up getting pulled over for speeding. And there's no way he's pulling over because he knows he's done. And the police officer calls in the license plate number, and it comes up because they had put up a 6-state all points bulletin for him. So now a high-speed chase begins. So after busting through 2 police roadblocks, he ends up getting to a 3rd, and that's it. He's done. There's no way out. He's almost at the Missouri border. They're not letting him go. This is the final countdown. All of a sudden, police start getting out of their cars, pointing their weapons, telling him get out of the car, and they hear a shot ring out. And so they return fire, and they fill that van just full of holes. And once they stop, they go up to the van, and they open up the driver's side door, expecting him just to be riddled, and he only had one single shot to the head. and that was from his own gun. Once they opened up the van, they found out why. There was so much junk in that van that none of those bullets touched him. And that is the end of the Coldwater, Michigan murder of Marilyn Depew by her husband, Dennis Depew, which, even though the actual story isn't based on the movie, or the movie's not based on this story, the kind of middle of this story is almost exactly to a T what Jeepers Creepers beginning scene in the movie is, and how it introduces the characters. And so that's something that we always thought was kind of cool. Even though the director and the writer, they will never admit, they don't admit that that's what it is. They've kept silent on it. But if you know the movie and then you know this crime, this case, you know what happened. So, all right, well, this is it. I had some issues. I'm going to try to tweak these a little bit more because I'm not real super happy with this outcome. My red polish bled. The blue, I ended up going over the blue a second coat because it just wasn't blue enough. I did one pair in matte and the other in gloss just to see what I thought. Because I thought, the matte would make it look like an actual popsicle. But this should be a good example of no matter how long you've been doing this, sometimes things don't work out exactly how you want them. And so you just have to sit down and figure out a way to make it work. Kind of like we all have to try and do in life every day, and the same with nails. So I am going to tweak these a little bit. I did crisp up the edges, filed them, that made them a little bit better, made me feel a little bit better, but there's something. They're just not quite there. So I don't know, maybe some jewels or some glitter, something, everything's better with glitter. But I will brainstorm and work on these, and I will definitely, if I figure something out, I will show you the updated product in the end. I want to try and get these done before the farmer's market because it'll be right before 4th of July. So everybody have a great day, and I'll see you later. Cutsy out.
I forgot to unmute. Okay. So that was one of my Crimecast episodes, and that was on the Depew murders, your Depew murders, excuse me. And so, yeah, that's something that, if you watch these scary movies, that was something where it is believed that that's where they got that beginning scene, because how it was described as he was just on their tails and would not let them go, and thought he was going to get away with this whole secret life, and not so much. But I will show you. This is because I did screw those nails were horrible. They were stressful to me. But this was, let me show you. I do have, this is the final product. So there we go. So, and this is my website if anyone's interested. If you like claws and crime, I also do nails. I design and sell sets of press-on fingernails and toenails, and I've got some beauty products that I promise will be added to the website soon. But this was the final product, so I just did a little pop art and some black paint, and everything is fixable. So that's what's so great. So while I'm doing that, let me check real quick. Just gonna see if let's see. I'm just trying to find the spot. Okay. So, we do this. We're going to drop that down. And I will share this again because this is something interesting from Nancy Grace that he listens to.
Box 1, Nancy Grace. So great to see you this evening, Nancy. So, where do you think we are in realistic terms with this investigation?
I think the investigation is plowing forward, and I thank God in heaven that the feds have finally been invited in and are using their vast resources to help find Nancy Guthrie. It confounds me how an 84-year-old woman can be dragged out of her home and we can't catch the guy. A lot is being made tonight of the theory of an accomplice, and I believe that there is an accomplice. If you look carefully, Charlie, at the porch guy, as I call him on the video, in one moment, he is wearing a backpack. In another moment, he's not wearing the backpack. Who gave him the backpack? Or is that actually another person and they have outfitted themselves together? It could be either. If you look carefully, you see that. Also, I've looked at it frame by frame by frame, right. And when he first approaches, you see a floodlight shining down. Then later, that's gone. Is that how the floodlight was destroyed? But also, just practically speaking, to get Nancy Guthrie out of that home, a woman that does not have very good mobility at all, and we see very, let me just say, drops, let me put it simply, drops of blood, apparently from a nosebleed, low velocity blood drops, just as she comes out, trying to get her out. I think they needed 2 people. Also, was there a car waiting? And we see the focus on vehicles in the area. The good news is, if there is an accomplice, 2 people are easier to find than 1 person. And you know, Charlie, in every case I have ever investigated or prosecuted, which so many, I cannot count them, once you involve more than 1 person, the plan will fall apart. It can be a mother, a sister, a girlfriend, a wife, a neighbor. Somebody will notice something, the more people that are involved. But another thing, Charlie, Nanos, let me put it delicately, needs to shut his pie hole.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we heard Trump very ill about Nanos leaking the signal sniffer use. That's very high blue flight technology, high technology. And I agree. What that does, if it had worked, it would have shown where her pacemaker was. See what I mean? And so if she was in the area, which is another thing Nana's blurted out, you think she's being held close to home, what would you do? If you were the kidnapper, you would move her to another location that's more difficult for law enforcement to find. So yes, Nana's blurts everything out, and believe you me, the kidnappers are listening.
Indeed.
But it's the YouTuber's fault, right?
Nancy Grace saying Nanos has to shut his pie hole.
It's the press's fault. And
Nanos has to shut his pie hole.
it's everybody else's fault, right?
Man, that's wild. Nanos says this, that, the other.
This is behind. We're about 40 minutes behind.
Be quiet.
I think a lot of us can agree with that.
He needs to talk.
He's got to be in the spotlight. I don't think it's about talking. I think it was just being in the spotlight.
Approaching the 3 o'clock hour. We got about 3 more hours to. It starts to get dark. Here's another ABC report. Sergeant blasts Sheriff's Department handling of Nancy Guthrie case. a sergeant. Listen in.
20 excruciating days for the family of Nancy Guthrie and more questions than answers for the public wondering when she'll be found. Investigators zeroing in on evidence in hopes of finding a suspect. Still, the only key material in this case is this doorbell camera video. Authorities now attempting to parse through more than 10,000 calls made since the mother of Today host Savannah Guthrie was kidnapped. As we reported yesterday, the FBI is now in contact with Mexican authorities. There's no evidence that Guthrie was actually taken across the border, but it's an avenue investigators are exploring now, given the proximity to Tucson. Now, investigators are facing questions about whether they could have done more in the early days of the investigation. And one of the loudest voices coming from the head of the Pima County Sheriff's Deputies Organization, Sergeant Aaron Cross. He has blasted the sheriff's handling of the investigation, calling it an ego case. In an interview with the New York Post, the sheriff, though, still defends his handling of this situation. Sergeant Aaron Cross joins me now. Aaron, good to see you.
Good to be with you, man.
You've been pretty critical of your own sheriff, including, this case as well. What's he getting wrong? What did he get wrong? What could he have done better?
How much time you got?
At this point, a lot of the questions being raised with my members are whether or not that we should hand this off to the FBI and move into a supportive role to assist them. The FBI has an incredible amount of resources, personnel, funding that they can draw from to try and find Nancy and hopefully bring her home safely to her family.
So you think from the very beginning, I mean, that weekend that they realized that she was gone, the FBI should have immediately jumped in and taken over?
I think once this moved from a search posture to a possible kidnapping, the FBI, they're the premier agency in the world to deal with kidnappings. And that's something that our medium-sized law enforcement agency probably just doesn't have the experience to handle. We have 96 detectives, and they're very hard-working detectives, and they've been putting in very long hours each week since she's been missing. But I think the FBI's expertise is something that we should take advantage of more.
So Sheriff Nanos has also been pretty critical of you, saying that you and others don't have a clue what this investigation has entailed. Your response to that?
That's true. We don't know what's being discussed inside the homicide unit that's running primary on this. They've kept a lot of discipline to keep information from getting out. They've been doing a very good job about that. But I think even the public has questions about things that they've been able to see. Us turning over the scene the next day, Sheriff Nanos himself at first admitted that they probably released the scene too early. These types of things undermine public trust. And that's not something that you want to do as a law enforcement agency in the middle of what is one of the highest profile cases we've ever had in this agency.
Quickly, do you think that she can come home alive?
We pray. This is unprecedented to my knowledge in American history, to bring someone home that's been missing this long, who's ostensibly held for ransom. So we're working hard, I can assure the public.
Sergeant Aaron Cross, appreciate your time today.
Aaron Cross calls out the Sheriff Nanos. A lot of the reports now are coming out calling out the sheriff. More and more reports calling out the sheriff. Here's another report by Fox News. I'm kind of just playing the reports to show you what's going on. You can listen while we are watching the scene here. Needle in a haystack. We've been using that word a lot. FBI combing through Guthrie evidence as case enters day 21.
Special Agent James Galliano spent time in Mexico working as a hostage negotiator. He joins us now on the latest in the search for Nancy. And James, good morning. We've had, obviously, the Mexican embassy tell us that they received communication with the FBI. But you've worked there. You've been south of the border, spent years there. What might be actually happening behind the scenes?
Well, it's good to join you guys. And Griff, good to see you back in New York after last week out here. Look, we're kind of in the ex post facto stage of this investigation and kind of trying to look at where all the tentacles could be going and what possible leads could law enforcement be following.
Hey,
and look,
they're going back on property.
DC, I believe, was the one that issued that statement. The U.S. Embassy is located in Mexico City. That's where I was stationed.
More people working on the property.
Oh.
What in the heck?
What are they doing?
Yes. They're just going out there taking pictures on the property. You guys, law enforcement?
Oh boy.
How's it going? What's going on? Oh, nice. You guys like investigators?
Good that it's nice and secure still.
I'm JLR
right?
Investigates.
Oh, you're on the JLR
No.
investigation?
No, I'm just somebody documenting what's going on. You know the family?
No.
Oh, you're just seeing what's going
We're
on.
just tourists.
Oh, you're tourists.
We live up the road a ways. Yeah.
Gotcha. I thought I was finding what's going on. Like maybe you're
Tourists?
investigators or what's going on. You know.
Wow.
You're just trying to but you're concerned for Nancy.
Yes, absolutely.
Gotcha. All right.
We call
Have a good
ourselves
day.
tourists.
Who do you work with? Like you just.
Oh no, I'm retired. Just live up in the area here.
Gotcha. Tourist. The sheriff told him to get off the property, by the way. But they got spooked when I went out there and jumped out on my camera. They're like, uh-oh, we're gonna get off the property. What in the heck's going on? You know, people were on the property. Crazy.
Yeah.
Thought I was an investigator. Tourists. I use the word crime scene tourists. Crime, more people just, dude, they were all the way up in the yard, like literally just taking pictures. Crazy. Oh, I didn't know. I thought these people were like investigators or something, you know? These people start walking up. We heard about the, some sort of activity possibly going on here today, around here. Crime scene tourists.
It said they live around there.
Again, I personally think they should put crime scene tape up around the house.
Yeah.
But
where's they have it?
We're just out here seeing what's going on.
Probably against the
Listening to
HOA.
Fox News, and 3 people went up on the lawn.
Reporters.
All right, keep the comments coming, folks. We are documenting what's going on outside Nancy Guthrie's home. That's the 4th person today that went up on the lawn.
Wow. Just wow.
Take pics. Crazy or what?
I mean, it's kind of common sense, isn't it?
What's your email address? I pinned it. The one I found came back. It's pinned. Melanie. JLR, Pima County Sheriff's Department released a press statement, Sister Robin Ridge. Let me go check it out. Let's go see what
Just
Pima
a second.
County. Pima
Every
County
time I go to-
released a statement. Pima County Sheriffs. Yes, they did. 20 minutes ago. Pima County private search parties, volunteer search groups have inquired about being in the area. Per the sheriff, they were asked to please give investigators the space they need to do their work. We appreciate their concern, and we all want to find Nancy. But this work is best left for the professionals. PCSD has volunteer opportunities if they wish to get involved with the department. Private property laws apply, and it is up to each individual property owner to grant permission for someone to search their property. I think that's in response to the group of ladies, possibly, or even us putting out there that the ladies said that they had to get a permit to search. They weren't allowed to search, and they were getting, Pima County sheriffs were getting some backlash. Like, why are you telling people you need a permit to search? So their response is private search parties, volunteer search groups have inquired about being in the area. Per the sheriff, they were asked to please give investigators the space they need to do their work.
Yeah, they don't want people out there.
Sheriff. We appreciate their concern. We all want to find Nancy, but this work is best left for professionals. And they're getting ratioed right now. There's more comments than likes. Someone responded, when are you going to canvass the area? What is Nano's trying to cover up? We all want answers. We want a presser now. This is ridiculous. This is what happens when you don't have press conferences. They aren't just to make announcements. They are to show you care and remind people that you aren't going to share every detail. That way they don't turn on you. Sometimes that effort counts.
I agree with that. I mean, I think it sounds like what we've heard from some of the local people, that they feel kind of left in the dark and left in the dust with this. And
where is Nancy?
That's just it. Did they think that she's dead too? And that's why they're not, pushing as hard? Or so this is what I'm going to do before I go. Is I am going to get us
down and lay the flowers.
Get us ready for tonight. I don't know what's going to happen. We don't know if anything will happen at all. But like I said, I think sometimes, at least I do, need a little break from some crime. And I'm going to show another video next. It's another true crime, one of the crime casts. And it is about a serial killer out of Canada that was obsessed with Dexter. And it's just a 10-minute video, but it's going to open up what I'm going to play tonight, which isn't literal. This guy was found. The reason why they found him was because he wrote a manuscript that he was going to make into a movie based on literally every single thing that he did to get caught being what they believe was the very start of a serial killer. So this is about 10 minutes long. But I think sometimes we need to just take a break and get our brain out of this. Okay, here we go. Just it would help if I put it up.
All right, let's get on to today's topic. So first, I just want to say it's been a week with all of this Brian Kohlberger stuff. And I have been asked here and there, why haven't I spoken on it? And I'm just going to say this. I am new at this. I have not followed that case from beginning to end. I started to catch up near the end when all of this was coming to fruition again, but I don't feel that I know enough or that I have enough experience to speak on this respectfully of the families and the victims that had to go through this. And so I am going to let the people that are good at this and that really know what they're doing handle this case, because it's really sensitive and it's really raw still. And I just want to send prayers out to all of the families, to all of the victims, and leave it at that. And hopefully everyone can find some way of moving on to some normalcy. So now I'm going to begin with what I am going to cover today, which was, I find these stories just because of sleeplessness, because of whatever, they just come to me. I don't ever pick a story ahead of time. I usually am looking for something else and something kind of falls in my lap and interests me, and then I think it's going to interest you. So, first of all, there's all this hubbub talk about about Dexter and the new series coming, or that's already out, I believe, called Resurrection. And this was a really popular television show, and I never got to see it. And all of my friends keep telling me, oh, you've got to see it. It's great. You've got to see it. So I was actually looking that up, and I came upon this story. Now, this story starts in October of 2008 in Alberta, Canada. And it starts with a man who meets a woman on a website called Plenty of Fish. A lot of us are familiar with that. It's a dating website. And they talked for a little while, and they finally decided to meet. And she told him when he got to her house to go in through the garage, and she would leave it open for him just to walk in. So he's running a little bit late, but he gets there. He walks into the garage, and after he walks, he said he felt a little funny because it was real dark in there and there was nobody there. But he still walked in anyway, and all of a sudden someone stepped out from behind him and attacked him. When he turns around, he sees a man with a painted up hockey mask, and he realized all of a sudden, I've been tricked. Said the man hit him with something and taped his eyes and mouth shut and made him get on the floor. At that point, he decides, all right, I've got to get away. And as he wrestles with the attacker, he realized that this man was holding a gun. But when he started wrestling with him, he realized that this gun was plastic. So he knew, all right, I'm probably going to be able to get away. So he punches him. And after he punches him, though, he realized he had absolutely no strength. Couldn't figure out what was going on. And all of a sudden, he realizes, because I believe he saw it in his hand, he had been hit with a stun gun. So however it happens, he ends up rolling out of the garage to try to get away. Well, his attacker goes back, grabs him by the feet, and pulls him back in. They start to fight again, but he manages to get away. He rolls out, somehow gets in his truck, and takes off. And by the time he got home, the profile was already erased off the Plenty of Fish website. He said he was so embarrassed that he'd been tricked. He kept quiet, believing or convincing himself it was just an attempted mugging. Now, this is a little similar to another story that I covered way back in the beginning of my channel that was about Grindr and someone going on, answering an ad on Grindr and never returning. And the perpetrator in that story's name was Mark Latunsky. Out of Michigan. So this kind of had kind of similar facts to it, and I recognized that. So anyway, 1 week later, a man named Johnny Alton in the same area would go missing after talking to a woman on another dating website that was similar and made plans to meet up with her. On October 10th, 2008 was the last time he was ever heard from. At this time, family and friends all received an email from him stating that he met a woman, he was in love, and he was going away with her to Costa Rica, and he would see them around Christmas time. His friends were worried. He hadn't shown up for work, which was unlike him. He hadn't called anybody, which was also unlike him. So his friends ended up breaking into his apartment. And when they went in, they found that everything had been left, just like he had left to go to the store or something and come right back. That he was planning on coming back. His passport was gone, or was there. His wallet, dishes were in the sink, laundry was half done. So this prompted them to go to the police and file a missing persons report. Now, this was really smart, and I am going to give you this advice, is that if you ever are going to meet somebody on a dating website and you don't know them, what Johnny had done was he had sent an email to some friends before he left to go meet this woman on his date, and he had emailed to friends telling them exactly where he was going to meet them, the directions, address, everything. And so police, when they followed the directions in his email, they were led directly to this garage. And it came up as being rented to a 29-year-old man named Mark Twitchell. He was using it to film independent movies. He was married with a daughter, and he cooperated and let police search the garage. It was no big deal to him. They found what looked like blood on the floor, but it was explained away as a prop from a movie. He had volunteered to come down and be interviewed by the police. He was absolutely helpful in every way. And when asked about Johnny, he claimed he didn't know him and continued bragging about his movie career. The latest was a suspense film. It was called House of Cards. And in this movie, a hockey mask-wearing serial killer had lured a man to the garage to take his life. Sound familiar? And he agreed it was kind of a freaky coincidence, was the term he used. But he also agreed to let police go back in the garage and search. After a few days, Mark remembers a detail. And he calls and he said, I did buy this red car off of this guy. Now let me rewind a little bit, as one of the things that was also missing along with Johnny was his red Mazda. So now here we have Mark calling, saying, I forgot. I bought a red car off of a guy a couple days ago. He said that he was out and about, and this man had knocked on his door offering to sell him this car for $40 because he had met a rich woman that was going to take care of him, that they were running away together. And the car happened to be the same make and model as Johnny's. He forgot to mention this earlier. They didn't believe him, but they had no hard evidence. They find an interview to the actor that was playing the victim in the movie, and he said he felt rattled when he found out that certain props in the garage, like samurai swords, were weird. When police asked how much of the blood spilled in the garage could be connected to filming, he was confused and said none, because he had not really wanted to do this with these real weapons. Then they found Mark's laptop, and on that laptop they found a deleted document labeled SK Confessions. It told a story very similar to the story in the movie Mark was making. The details were scary. Was this a screenplay or an actual confession? When they interviewed his wife, she reported a strained marriage and that Mark had had an affair. He had been telling his wife he was going to work every day, but he didn't have a job. He'd been asking friends to donate to this movie project, and that's how he was living off of their money. This document also mentioned similar situations. The clincher was his Facebook profile, and it was obvious obsession with the show and character Dexter. He even went so far as to create a profile as the Dexter character. Eventually, he met a woman named Renee and began kind of a flirtatious relationship that turned into kind of a scary one. Renee at the time wanted her ex's new girlfriend dead, but didn't have the nerve to do it, according to her. And when she asked Mark how he would do it and get away with it, he described a scene right out of Dexter. You cut her up, put her in trash bags, rent a boat, and dump her in a lake. A few days later, during a conversation, he had told her that he had crossed the line and he really liked it. She instantly suspected that he had murdered someone. When they finally processed the car, they found Johnny's blood in the trunk. So the police set Mark up with a fake investor, and when he showed up, they arrested him. He was so scared, he wet his pants. They ended up charging him with first-degree murder. He remained silent, but police believed his SK confessions was what he had done to Johnny. But they still had a victim in the SK confessions document that had gotten away. If this was a true confession, they needed to find that man. It would solidify the factuality of this SK confessions document. So they showed the painted ski mask that was said to be used during both crimes in the SK confessions, and a man named Gilles came forward. The first man told police his story, and it was an exact match to the story in the SK confessions about the person that had gotten away. He said, and in these confessions, Mark said he had learned from the first man that a taser didn't work, so he used a pipe on his next victim to knock him out. After researching the garage again, they found evidence that he had hit, stabbed, and dismembered Johnny. They found blood, they found a tooth, amongst other things. They also found a barrel where he had tried to burn the remains and did not succeed. And finally, dumped Johnny in a sewer after dismembering him. But he refused to say where. After a year and a half, Twitchell finally mapped out where he had dumped Johnny. He claimed both incidents were publicity stunts to advertise for his movie that had gone horribly wrong. Unfortunately for Mark, it took jurors only 5 hours to find him guilty. They did not believe this, and he was charged. He ended up getting a sentence of 25 years to life. And recently I found out that he was allowed in 2019 to sign up on another online dating site while he was in prison. The site's still been shut down, but come on. As of late, there has been a book that has been written about this, and recently the author sold his rights, so a possible movie deal is coming in, so we might see that. But there's something else interesting. I went and I did some digging, and I found the SK document, the SK confessions document, and it's 42 pages long. So in my next video, it's either going to take me 1 or 2, depending on how long it takes me. I will be reading that because I did download it and print it. But what do you think? How scary that someone could obsess over this TV show to the point of trying to work it out in real life. And here this guy was living a completely double life. Now, his wife didn't know what was going on in his life. And it's also, again, I'm going to go back to safety online. Always let somebody know where you're going and when you'll be home. So next, we are going to be reading the XK Confessions. And on that note, everybody have a great day, and until next time, Cutsy out.
Boop. So, all right. So let me double check.
Lay the flowers, and you can tell it's in these people. You know, everyone's heart.
Do a double check real quick.
When they drop flowers, I've seen people cry. I've seen people pray. Of course, they take pictures afterward, and I would do the same thing, and I did the same thing when I laid flowers. But people care, and people have traveled distances just to lay flowers. The couple I was just speaking to the right side, the biker guy with the gun, him and his wife. It's the second time they came laying flowers. And
I don't know. I truly believe that people care. I don't think that generally that people are doing anything to try and harm anybody or anything like that. They just care and they want to help. And now there's one thing before I go that I want to show, and it has nothing to do with true crime, but it has made me crave nachos, and we are going to have to do this pretty soon because this is pretty cool. So walk at them all and then play that one more time. Okay, so on that note, yum, that looked really good. So I am going to go. I have been, gosh, it's been 3 hours. So I'm going to head out. I've got to do dinner and change some laundry, all my superhero domestic goddess duties, take a shower, and then I will be back on later tonight, and I will, except nothing, we'll do a check again, a recap and a review, see if anybody that's out and about has any updates. I'm assuming it's probably going to be the same as it has, all day, all night, etc. But I will go back over that stuff for anybody that missed it. And I will be painting I'll be painting the claws. I just wanted to fill them and, like I said, do something, make sure that I'm not just doing true crime, because I am claws and crime, excuse me. So, and we do all the things here. So yeah, I will be back tonight, and I will play as many episodes as we're on. I've got the manuscript took me 3 episodes altogether to read. It was quite a bit. And it's got a few things I had to be careful, kind of walk around what I was talking about, because it is quite graphic. But yeah, this guy wrote a manuscript all about his murder spree, or his attempted. He got the one guy, but yeah, so I will watch that. We'll put that on if there's nothing else going on while I do these. So, because I know not everybody likes watching nails and not everybody likes true crimes. This way we get a mix of it. So again, I want to thank you. I got some more new subs last night, and we weren't even watching all this stuff. We were talking. There was great talks last night. Really great conversation, and I love that. I'm a stay-at-home mom, so I sit here and I talk with little kids all day. So I love it when adults come on here. And thank you, everybody that has been polite and respectful of everyone else's opinions. I always say it. Everyone's opinions are welcome here, as long as, just show everybody respect. I hate blocking people, and I haven't had to do it a lot, but yeah, and 99.9% of everybody has been awesome. So thank you. Let's continue to keep that going. And yeah, so if you're new and you would like to come back and see some of the stuff we do, please hit that thumbs up and hit the subscribe and the notification bell so you know when I go live again. And I hope to see you later. So everybody have a great Saturday afternoon, evening, and I'll see you tonight. Peace, love, and claws, y'all. Later.